Stavati's been a ghost ship, 20 years of empty claims, with hangars full of garbage and dreams that never came. Now he's fishing for new suckers to store more junk inside, while promising his gullible fans hover cars and free energy rides.
We are working on anti-gravity. As soon as we get financed, which again is coming very soon.
Divine insights were handed down, but now they cost a fee. In the wacky world of Wilcock, that's the way it's gotta be. Financial resets, debts erased, a world so fair and bright. The alliance never came, and neither did his wife. The wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. It's the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. Just buy my course, $300. Enlightenment's the deal. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. Extraterrestrial pals, they're coming here to stay. Disclosure's always just around, but aliens delay. Law of one, the Bible, Bhagavad Gita, all mixed up in one. David's stealing from the best, but his fans think it's a brand new one. Plagiarized and profit, that's his favorite routine. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where nonsense reigns supreme, we'll all get rainbow bodies, whatever that might mean. And Jesus is an alien, the wildest thing you've seen. David's on a hero's journey through dimensions far and wide. Draco reptilians know where he lives, so in his mansion he must hide. Catastrophes and end times were on the brink, he said, but my coffee's brewing nicely, and I'm still in my bed. The wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. It's the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. Just buy my course, $300. Enlightenment's the deal. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. No one's suffering like David in his mansion grand and tall, with bison, steak and chicken, he's the loneliest of all. His teeth are fake as his prophecies and courses that he sells. In the wacky world of Wilcock, he's ringing all the bells.
If we bathe in our own urine, we can gain superpowers. Doing the bath does help. Or you urinate before you get into the bathtub, and then you drink new water out of a glass, and when you're in the bathtub, you can do a little more.
Buy my course, $300. Enlightenment's the deal. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. His PowerPoint slides are packed with schizophrenic rants, forced to stream on YouTube now, bankruptcy's a stance. Stavati Aerospace, a Ponzi scheme they say, so pay pigs better pay up, or like Corey Good he'll stay. So many dates, so many dreams, none of them come true. But hey, don't fret, just buy the course and I'll enlighten you.
For God's sake, take the deal, okay? But you have to take the deal and you have to cooperate. Rise, rise, rise. And you feel yourself, kinetic energy of levitation, tingling across your skin.
In 2012, we all ascend, a cosmic shift was due. But here we are in 24, and nothing much is new. Mass arrests and cabal busts, beliefs should quake in fear, yet they're still here, sipping wine, and we're all stuck right here in a world of greer and good, crush and loot. With their claims, nobody tops David Wilcock with his fringe and wacky games, while they're sharing UFOs and theories kinda tame. David's got aliens who wanna sleep with him and eat him, what a shame. He's the master of the bizarre, with rainbow bodies on display. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where nonsense leads the way. So here's the Dave, the shyster bold, the tale so far-fetched and grand. In his world of make-believe, where fantasy's second-hand, he spins his fairy tales and lies between his YouTube streams for his cat crystal ladies who gobble up his dreams.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. I'm behind. I'm behind in the wacky world of Wilcock, and that is because David Wilcock has become so depressed and so boring that it's very difficult for me to tune in and pay attention because he has gone on this constant loop lately of everything's going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. For those unaware, David Wilcock's last two scams came completely and totally crashing down. The secret space scam that came crashing down. Then there was the hover car. That's all. Nothing's going to happen. They're never going to make a hover car. They're never going to make a single airplane. They've been in business for 30 years. Nothing's going to happen with that. Next, we get to the stunning latest scam of David Wilcock's, where he convinced his followers that he was talking to the Archangel Michael, and the Archangel Michael's predicting all these future events. And for just $333, you could know the future. And then nothing that the angel predicted, principally extraterrestrial open ET contact, didn't happen, mass arrests didn't happen, and no ascension happened by May of 2025, as his first book predicted. And, other predictions in the rest of the books, he tried to connect the dots. And, if you take this letter out, you put this number in, and we count the number of days in that month, there's some kind of cockamamie bullshit trying to pretend he's predicting the future. The truth is that David Wilcock has been scamming his entire audience and everybody that he's taken money from for decades now. And it's all coming crashing down. But there is some good news. What's going on with this chair here? Oh, there we go. I was wondering. I'm like, I feel too low. I must have hit the side thing there. Anyway, so all the scams have been crashing down. And now there's a big problem for him, and that is you can't scam too close together. You gotta do the scam comes crashing down, then you go away for a little while. This is what David Wilcock usually does. It's called the Cosmicon Shuffle. You shuffle out, you scam everybody, then you scam. Your followers realize that you scammed them, then you shuffle off and you disappear for a while. Then you shuffle back in with a new scam. He's not doing that because he's completely and totally broke and desperate for money. And I hear that things are about to get much, much worse for David Wilcock, because in addition to whatever financial problems that he's been having, which seem to be pretty substantial, I've heard from multiple viewers, some of which are viewers to our show here or friends of the show, that a multitude of different people have filled out what's called Form 3949A, Information Referral. And for those unaware, that's the form that you fill out to let the IRS know that somebody is committing tax fraud. And you give them the information, they give you a reference number. Here's just a screenshot from one viewer, but I have to say, I have gotten similar information from many, many different viewers. For those unaware, David Wilcock has publicly admitted that he collected money for his charity, and then he bought equipment with it, cameras, software, equipment, all kinds of stuff. And then he used the cameras, software, and equipment to do for-profit streams, which is completely and totally illegal. And then David Wilcock is a fucking moron, and he says things like, oh, I went to this Corey Good live event, and somebody gave me $5,000 in cash. Well, David Wilcock, you dummy, you have to report that as income, you moron. Why are you publicly telling everybody that? And then he's got a P.O. box where people are just sending him checks. Is he claiming all of that as income? I think an audit is in David Wilcock's future, and it couldn't happen to a nicer jerk-off, if you ask me. The fact that he collected all of this charity money, literally, I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $200,000. He's free to correct me if I'm incorrect on that. The fact that he collected like $200,000, did no charitable work, and then He spent the money on toys like cameras, microphones, software, computers, equipment. And then, of course, there was the $4,500 of meals and entertainment. Must be nice to just have $4,500 of free money that you could buy expensive meals for you and your wife with. Well, I guess just him now. His wife left him because he couldn't make her come. Yeah, so Trolley Troll Troll is here with one for the goal. Trolley Troll Troll is a longtime show supporter and a YouTube channel member, so thank you for that. Saying, let the felting begin. Yes, absolutely, we are letting the felting begin. And I want to thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. It is much, much appreciated. Praise Ra. People should give me more money, not because I want it, because Ra commands you to give me money.
Praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty, praise the cash. Praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty, praise the cash.
All right, and for those unaware, we're a viewer-supported show, and I read every super chat live on air, and I thank every kind and generous benefactor like Trolley Troll Troll here, who's been a longtime show supporter. So thank you for that. Shogun is here and says, he just tells more lies regardless. He's like a psychopath, no remorse, no culpability. Yeah, I agree with you. So anyway, David Wilcock is looking very depressed lately. Like, if you look at him in his live streams, he even said on this live stream we're going to cover, by the way, we're 2 weeks behind. I'm going to try to catch up. But he even said on his latest live, or second to latest live stream, he says, I didn't want to do a show today. I don't really feel like doing this. But he has no choice because he's fucking broke. And, I'm a human. I have empathy and sympathy for people, but I don't have empathy or sympathy for somebody whose scams all collapsed and then he went broke. Fuck him. Fuck him. That's what I say about David Wilcock. I don't want to say it again. Also, I want to take a moment to address a few things, just show business that people have been asking me questions and things like this. Okay, so we have done 4 episodes of my new Kick.com exclusive show, which is called the Internet Insanity Circus. It's nothing like True Seekers, completely different show concept, crazy costumes, foul-mouthed puppets. It's funnier. But in any case, a lot of people have said, oh, but Kick doesn't store the shows. In other words, after you post a show on Kick a week or 2, whatever, later, after you post a new show, they bump the old shows. And so I thought what I would do was give those shows to the YouTube channel members and to the Patreon supporters. Patreon has their own video where you could just upload videos, so that wasn't a problem. So if you're a Patreon supporter, remember you can be a Patreon supporter for $1. I'm not asking for a huge amount of money. I get a lot of shit. I just heard from some fake psychic cunt that I exposed that I ask people for money. Yeah, I ask for things like $1 if people enjoy my content. But by the way, it isn't always will be free. Most of it. Anyway, the Patreon supporters get the videos. I tried to put the Internet Insanity Circus episodes 1 through 4 on YouTube. And even though it's a members only video and I don't want ads to play, you'll notice too, if you're a YouTube channel member, there's never ads. I figure you've given me $5. I'm not going to make you sit through ads as well. And I don't know. But we tried to upload these Internet Insanity Circus episodes, and I could show you, I posted some screenshots in our Discord. The copyright vultures are crazy on YouTube. And by the way, what we're doing on that show is fair use. I'm commenting on other videos. We got something ridiculous over the 4 of these videos. I think it was over 30 different copyright claims, which would mean in order to get them past YouTube, I'd have to file 30-something pieces of paperwork and then wait 2 weeks, and it's this whole hassle. So I decided I can't do that. Now, interestingly, and the other option would be to just cut everything out. But I tried that, and then they age restricted. YouTube age restricted all 4 of the episodes, which means you'd have to be signed in, and they'd have to be sure you were 18 or you won't be allowed to watch the video. Then some of the videos, I think 3 of them, got blocked in some countries for whatever reason. Like somebody's claiming they own the content when they don't. It's fair use. long story short, I have put those 4 episodes on a Google Drive. And if you go to our community section and you're a member, you'll be able to get the links and you'll be able to watch all 4 pilot. Remember, these were tests. The first 4 episodes were like a test. Will this show concept work? Will the costumes work? Will the puppets work? Will the general concept of the show work? And most importantly, is anybody going to show up? And I guess we were largely successful. The last show, not very good, but it's my fault. I didn't post it every day. I didn't hype up the last episode. That's totally my fault. And the last episode, not very much support. And by the way, I'm not looking, I'm not expecting thousands of dollars an episode. But if we could make, $100, $150 for each time we do that show, I would be more than satisfied with the time and energy that I've put into it. But even that is a bit of a stretch. It's a brother, can you spare a dollar? Not easy out of there. Not easy to even get the Dark Side Phil level, right? And I mean without being an asshole like Dark Side Phil and literally begging for 2 hours for people to send super or buy subs and gift subs. And by the way, we'll check in with the Kick Chat. But I wanted to just, before we do that, I was talking about David Wilcock being totally depressed and beat up. Look at him. This is from one of his recent live streams. Does this look like a man that's Earth's greatest prophet? Does this look like a man who's so proud of being super famous? He thinks he's super famous, right? FP Yusof says, hey, vultures, peck on Wilcock instead. I totally agree, right? Troll says, David Wilcock sold some or all of his silver a couple of months ago at $44 an ounce. Right now it's going for $112 an ounce. Yeah, he's a bum. He's a loser, right? Yes, Arlene says, I listen to the Kick replays on Patreon. They are fun and interesting. I'm glad that people are enjoying it. By and large, honestly, I was terrified to start a whole new show concept, but it worked out. And I think that we're going to continue doing those shows. But I can't, after the bad attendance and bad support on the 4th episode, I said, I can't do this. I can't get enough people over there to make this even worth it for me to put all this time. It takes a lot of time to generate the show. I have to be there for 2-3 hours. The costumes, the puppets, filming the puppets, all this stuff. So I said, I'm just going to give up on making it Kick only. I'll just do it. I'll multi-stream it. I can't put that show on Kick. It's very clear. They'll all get copyright claimed out the wazoo. It'll be a big hassle. Yes, it does suck to have to sell stuff out of desperation, right? Yeah. So here's David Wilcock looking very sad and depressed. I said I'm going to use this for our new AI avatar for David Wilcock because he's just looking beat up and defeated and ready to quit, right? And I hate to say it, I don't mean die in the literal sense, but I feel like every week I'm just poking him with a stick. Well, let's say this. I'm poking his scam with a stick going, would you fucking die already? Die already, right? Or do something. His streams are so boring, and I feel, like I don't even want to do them, but people keep asking for them. So here we are. I'm sorry. If it sucks, it's not my fault. It's just that David Wilcock is so depressed it's not even fun to make fun of him. Like, it's so bad. Oh, no, stop it, Steven. I'm starting to have sympathy for this scammer. You can't have sympathy for him. He's living in a $2 million house, and all of his problems are of his own making, right? Maybe you shouldn't live in a huge $3 million, $2 million home that you can't afford. He overextended himself thinking, I'm a big star. No, you're not. Nobody knows who you are outside of UFO land. And even the people in UFO land realize that you're nothing but a source, like a subject of mockery. Everybody makes fun of, even true believers make fun of David Wilcock being the locale of UFO land. Your career as you knew it, making big bucks, is over. And here's where we get to his latest streams. His latest streams are basically him self-soothing himself. Like, oh, everything's going to be okay. Keeping your harmony. And I titled tonight's broadcast, Keeping Your Harmony while losing your audience, because anybody could go on Social Blade. There was a time not too long ago where David Wilcock will get 500,000 views per video. He's having trouble cracking 30,000 views lately. There was a time where he had something crazy like 30,000 live viewers. Now, I don't know if that was bots or not, but it wasn't that long ago. He was getting 30,000 live viewers. You know what he's getting now? Barely 3,000. And I really, truly believe that either he used to bot himself out the wazoo, or that he's losing his entire audience. He scammed them. You scammed your audience too much, David Wilcock. Like, maybe calm down on asking everybody for $300 so you can live a millionaire's lifestyle that you didn't earn and don't deserve, right? Arlene says, I have zero sympathy for that crook. Zero. Yeah, well, that's how it is. His latest show is a weather forecast. Yeah, it's getting bad. David Wilcock's shows lately are just terrible. It's like, let me talk about the weather for a half hour. Now I'm going to talk about this is what he does in this one, I think. He talks about the weather. He talks about his broken laptop. So this is fair use. It's transformative work. We are educating the public and critiquing the video that we are sharing. This is certainly covered under fair use. Let's get into it, friends. Keeping your harmony while losing your audience because you're so boring and depressed. This excellent production, right? And you know what's funny to me is that despite his 7 camera angles, he knows nothing about a show. Like, this is how he starts a show. You can hear him creeping in the background. He doesn't mute the microphone. There's no like welcome bumper. There's nothing. It's just like, look at the slide I made. Yeah, great. And he's been using the same picture. This is how fucking lazy he is. This is how he's so lazy. He just keeps using the same thumbnail picture, but he changes the text. Like, why even bother? Why even bother to change the text, right? Yeah, couldn't he predict the weather thanks to his psychic powers? You would think that, right? But let's go. Let's get into this, and let's get some support tonight, friends. I know it's the end of the month.
All right.
Boy.
It's your buddy, it's your pal, it's your friend, David Wilcock, live on YouTube. Hopefully every Sunday, if we can get in there. And I am doing it again.
Hopefully every Sunday, unless the wind blows, and then I can't do a show. That's another thing. He's so lazy. Like, how do you only work 1 day a week and live in a multi-million-dollar mansion, right? He's so entitled, right? Like, people just owe me a living. I should be able to live in a $2 million mansion, but only have to work 1 day a week. What a lazy slob. What does he do the rest of the week? Jerk off to gay porn? That's what I think he does. I think this guy spends 6 days a week jerking off to gay porn and 1 day a week working. And even the 1 day is a stretch. Okay, 3-4 hour stream, maybe 2 hours to cobble together some slides of nonsense. The rest of the time, jerking off to gay porn.
And folks, I am here. I am here in the flesh, ready for you for another exciting and fun-filled show. We've got some really good science coming in this week. Some good sacred science that directly fills in the cracks.
What are we talking about here?
Of what we were doing last week. This episode is called Keeping Your Harmony. And this is a very, very important principle right now because we are being challenged like never before.
90s
a little bit of flack from somebody saying, oh, you spend too much time talking to people in the chat. Well, I like the chat.
Yeah.
I like talking to people in the chat. It's fun.
That was another thing.
You guys all
for like weeks now, most of his show is him reading positive comments from the chat. Like, if you say his hair looks nice while he's doing a live stream, he'll read that. And anybody that's like, glazing him in the live chat, that's most of his show now, just of reading compliments from stupid people in the live chat. That's most of his show now. And people are starting to complain.
Bet on the shirt, and those of you who bet on pink came out in the lead. I decided I'd do something that was a little nice.
Yeah, and also, besides just basically looking depressed and defeated all the time, David Wilcock I think he's literally developing tics like, you know, like with somebody that has, I was going to say Down syndrome. No, Tourette's syndrome. They get tics and they do weird shit or weird movements. He's developing these tics where he's constantly like trying to hide his bald spot by fluffing up his hair. I think because I keep making fun of him for being so bald, right? Suffer bald spot, right?
For the camera to brighten it up a bit because people were saying they couldn't really see me very well last week. So pink it is. Anyway, Keeping Your Harmony is our title here. And I again want to emphasize.
Yeah, he's wearing pink shirts constantly or lavender purple shirts, but he's totally not gay, guys.
It is a true
Totally
honor and privilege to have you folks out there with me today. I want to thank you so much for your presence and for your commitment to be a part of this show, to be here with me now. And yes, I do want to read some comments because it's a live show, and that's part of what we do. We interact with our audience on a live basis.
Justify half of the show being reading comments. And remember what I said? He only reads the comments where people are complimenting him. Look at this.
Good. That's a great start.
Hello, David. You look good.
People said, pink shirt. I like the shirt. We like the chat. Chill out. Prince Royal, you look great, David. I would never miss it.
Yeah, see this? This is a show now. Come on, guys. Come to the live chat and compliment me. And then I'll just read compliments for an hour. It's so boring and so pathetic.
All right. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of my awakening. You rock, says Vibe High. Awesome. You look great always, but more importantly, your service is so appreciated. Well, thank you, guys. I'm really glad to be here with you.
Yes.
Maria Otranto says, my godmother passed away. Can you say a prayer for her, please?
Really?
Yes.
There's somebody with Tourette's.
Father, Mother, God, please pray for Maria Otranto's godmother. We are grateful to you. Please help her have a nice, smooth transition. We thank you very much.
Who's he praying to? The goddess?
All right. Will you take me on a date?
Narcissism du jour.
I guess, you know, those proposals kind of show up at random and you don't really know who it is or what's going on. So it would be kind of hard to
that's a gay
yes
dude.
Or no.
That's a gay dude in your audience that wants to give you some gay butt sex. That's what that is. That's a gay dude in your audience that wants to give you gay butt sex. He wants a date.
Right now, so my picture is very blurry, but do you guys see it okay? Is the picture sharp?
That's another part of the show.
This is my favorite shirt I've seen on you. It's very complimentary. Says my Magalgore. Well, thank you very much. Yep, the shirt matches the background lights perfectly. It's a good look.
Okay, so just
again, if you can tell me, the picture is fine. Okay, so this is just because a lot of people are onboarding. Video and audio are good. It looks sharp. Okay, perfect.
I love how he has to
make sure that I got everything.
How's the video?
Everything looks good here.
How's the audio?
All right.
Everything okay?
So wow, the picture is perfect. Everybody says picture looks sharp. That's excellent. Just want to make sure.
Look,
somebody said the Bills should have won last.
Charitable donations. It ought to look great.
Last night, I guess there was football. Picture looks great in the UK. John Carter just donated, and thank you very much. He's the first one. Picture and sound is great. Is your laptop still working? Yes.
There is nothing.
By some absolute miracle.
Why is that?
My laptop actually worked. I've got some slides for that, which we'll get to that in just a minute.
Winter Soldier says, come in David's butt. Ugh.
Sharp as a tack, brother, says Davy Joe Weaver. Thank you very much. On to the harmony. Well, okay, so everybody says we got good audio and video. That was really my main concern. My picture quality for my own. Oh, it's starting to clean up now. It's starting to look good. Okay, great.
That's the gayest shirt I've seen in a while. That's right.
So anyway,
that was the plow guy.
We're definitely getting back to the basics here. Can I please be your first female test driver for the hover car? Says Rosa Truchinsky.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
I don't know. Well, the hover car supposedly going to be happening pretty soon. Oh my goodness.
Going to be happening
pretty soon. Look at this. We had a donation for 300.
He promised people 4 years ago that there would be a working hover car prototype within a year, right? And then he has to, that's another self-soothing thing. Oh, look, stupid people are sending me money. And he's got to point out, like, he's got to read those super chats because that's his only income right now. Other than YouTube, he's fucking broke.
$33, man. It's off to a good start here. That helps me greatly. RW Phoenix, thank you, David, for your wisdom and strength. Have been watching since you became.
Somebody in one super chat sent him $333. How stupid do you have to be to send David Wilcock $333? And I wonder about the people that drop those big dono bombs in his chat. Like, do you realize that all you're doing is enabling him to be a spoiled, rich man-child living in a $2 million mansion he doesn't deserve, that he didn't earn, or that he earned by scamming people? Kind of ridiculous, right? Kind of ridiculous.
Again, years ago, may peace, love, and light be upon you and us all from New Hampshire. Namaste. Great. Mary Rendon and David, I've been watching you for years. Thank you for your podcast. You wake up a lot of people. I'm always happy when I can watch the information you put out. Well, you should be very happy today.
Oh, yeah. You should be real happy today. Yeah.
Because what I did is I followed up on the show that we had last week. We had a really great show.
In other words, he's recycling the same slides from last week for the second week in a row. That's how pathetic David Wilcock has gotten. And that's how lazy he is. He's so lazy, he can't even make the slides anymore. So he just recycles the same ones over and over again. And the slide thing has gotten so ridiculous that now he's making slides about him making slides. Like, he's telling people, I made this slide on Saturday. He makes a slide to show people that he made a slide on Saturday, or that he worked on slides, right? Oh boy. Indigo Horizon 30, who's a member with one for the goal. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Oh my God, this is quite painful, especially that prayer. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad, but thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Praise the cash, friends.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Indigo Horizon, and thanks for being a member. And here we have another member throwing one in for the goal. Humboldt Honey, who's a member and a longtime show supporter, says, it's the wacky cult of Wilcock. That's right. That is right. It's the wacky cult of Wilcock. Maybe we should have called it the cult of Wilcock instead of the world of Wilcock. But thank you, Humboldt Honey, for being a member and for helping us praise the cash.
Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
FP Usoff says, thank you, by the way. FP Usoff says, work a real job at McDonald's, Wilcock. Yeah. Can't he just chat GPT slides? Yeah, you think you can, right? The slides would take 10 minutes to make. Well, come on. He's done that. That means he's got to work. What is this? 3 hours and 55 minutes. He's got to work 4 hours a week to make those thousands of dollars in super chats, guys. You can't expect him to work more than 4 hours in 1 week, can you?
Show last week. Keep writing your comments. I'll be coming.
I have never met a person that lived in a multi-million-dollar house that was as lazy as David Wilcock. That's why I just don't like him, because I feel like he just doesn't deserve that. Like, and the other thing is, he doesn't need it. He has no children, no family. Why do you need a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 4,000 square foot log cabin mansion if you don't have a family? So you can live there by yourself? What are you doing with the rest of the rooms? They're just empty? Or are they filled with dildos? I think they might be filled with dills. That's what I'm kind of thinking. He needs all that room for all the sex toys, the weird sex toys and the strap-ons that he makes the plow guy use on him and stuff like that.
Back to him. And the show last week.
Suffer, David Wilcock's butthole. Suffer.
Photons. It was called the Photon Matrix. If you haven't already seen that, check that out. Because at these times where we're being constantly challenged, I want to make sure that we are exerting an ongoing effort to focus on the positive and keep that alive.
He's trying to focus
on the positive. So keeping your harmony is
absolutely
essential in these times. It is absolutely essential that we focus on the positive,
yes,
that we understand
mice, Arlene, you're right.
What the heck is going on.
The mice and the rats have to live somewhere.
Keeping ourselves happy, keeping ourselves
those that don't know, his
alignment,
house is
keeping everything
with
on a
rats
good
and
track.
mice, I think.
That is so important right now. We have
whenever
to
I get around to making the video, I got to do that. It's on my to-do list.
Again, absolutely essential. Put a little
Nothing
stuff on
ever
my nose here. Just give me a second for that. Make it look better for you guys. There we go.
Yeah, he's trying to remain positive.
Okay.
Yes.
And scene. We're back. My nose was
Still
kind of red. I
nothing
had to
in
do a
my.
little
Why
color
is there
adjustment here.
nothing in the kick
So we
activity
have that.
feed? Are they
David, I'm reading
resetting
the
for the
Ascension
month?
Mysteries
What
for
is
the first
going on
time. I
on
love it.
Kick?
I'm trying the mild technique that's mnemonic induction of lucid dreaming. I've since seen gray UFO cloud-like craft in my dreams. You are right
Well,
about
that's
the
another
universe.
part of the show. Reading
Excellent.
Nutter's
Last week
comments.
was a great show, says Truth Floats. Well, you're not going to be disappointed, folks, because I took that same thread, that same basic understanding. I got a little bit more touch-up that I got to do here.
Yeah, he's got to
So
put
again,
on
let's
more
go
makeup.
back to this. Keeping your harmony
Yeah,
is
please.
absolutely essential. Let's get those cheeks. You don't want to be too dark, and that's something I got to do. So look at that. We had another donation come in just while I took a little makeup break. This is Little Tiny Joe. And good evening,
Tim is
David.
looking
Looking
like
forward to today's
self-help.
show. Thank you
That's
as always.
right.
Namaste. Thank you very much, Little Tiny Joe.
Oh,
Or
let
just
me
Joe.
adjust them. I
No
keep
worries,
forgetting,
David. You
by
look
the
great.
way.
This is
I want to
Carolina Paper.
apologize. I don't know why. Ever since my brain surgeries, I'm forgetting to do basic things like lower the volume on the video that I'm commenting on. So if there's been bad audio, I apologize. I'm going to put a post-it note. Lower the volume on the video, moron, right? I apologize. He had to take a makeup break. That's right, because that's what all straight men need while they're doing a show. You need a makeup break.
Hi from Oman. We have people watching in Oman. Blessings and thanks.
One of the only times that I actually did makeup was when I was in a band, but that's different. Like we looked like Kiss. So, and then I was in some indie films where they did some kind of makeup, But other than that, I don't know. I wouldn't use makeup for a live stream. I think that's a little homosexual.
Thank you for always coming through for us all. I'm still learning from last week's show.
Beyond metrosexual.
One person says I cannot hear anything, but everybody else seems to be fine. Wanda Jarima donated earlier.
You want to mess with David Wilcock?
Donations.
Go into his live
links.
chat and say you're muted. I love it when people do that. He starts checking it and shit.
Thank you.
He starts freaking out. I'm muted.
That I really do appreciate that very much. All right, let's not dilly-dally around. We got a lot of work to cover today. We got a lot of good things. Again, once more, we had crazy weather.
Oh, here's the weather report. This is exactly why people tune in, David. They want to hear the weather report.
Feeling this. I just don't want to do a show right now.
Hear him?
Not in the mood at all.
I don't want to do a show today. I'm not in the mood at all. So he's basically admitting to being just defeated. He doesn't even want to be there, but he has to be there to collect the super chats because he's a scumbag.
Right now, today, the weather's actually fine. And so here I am. I actually made it happen, got myself involved in what I needed to do to get on the air for you guys. And here I am. So, okay, you guys are doing good. Everybody says the sound is good. Try refreshing your browser. That's right. Sunny Skies just posted a donation link. We appreciate
that. It's a Wilcock stream.
If I was going to do an over Unity device, should I patent it or open source it? Well, apparently DARPA intercepts patents for anything that's disruptive, and so if you tried to patent something disruptive, it probably would never even go through.
Checking his hair, cover that bald spot, fluff that hair up, and cover that bald spot.
Yeah, everybody says sound and video is fine.
How many times is he going to read that the sound and video is fine?
It's so rough, isn't it, man? I mean, like right now, we have so many things going on, and in my own life,
asked in the live chat where he went to school to be a meteorologist.
And bear in mind too that this is like the whole east coast of America.
It's Wilcock's weekly weather show.
Yet another polar vortex that's similar to the last one, and apparently there could be 4 or 5 more rounds of this throughout until the end of January.
Yeah, and by the way, I just want to say for the record, I just spent 2 days of my life shoveling. We got, I think it was 14 inches or something like that. And I'm not going to cry about it. It's the weather, There's nothing you can do about it. It's called winter, you moron. Every once in a while, there'll be a big storm. We're supposed to get more snow this weekend. But I don't dedicate a half hour of my show to giving my audience my local weather report, right? Or crying that I can't do a show because it's too cold, it's too windy, it's snowing outside. You live in the mountains of Colorado. Shut up, you wimp.
Being hit really hard right now, and also Europe at the same time that it's happening in America. We also have Europe going through.
He's got a problem with
really
trolls.
cold and
battling
wind.
the trolls
So it's
lately.
like this very, very heavy thing.
Non-tent
And
grifters.
right now we're in the
Yeah,
middle of
weather
a 4-day
segments are
bout of high winds and
staple
cold.
for
Although at the
non-tent
particular
grifters.
moment that I'm doing this show, there is no
Yes, the
actual high
Draco.
wind going on. It's very quiet.
The Draco's
But
made
this
it
is what
cold
it
to
looked
disrupt
like
the show.
when I
Look
was
at-
first, you know,
He's got
thinking
slides about the weather. Whoa, it's windy. Jeez.
about whether I'm going to do a show or not on
Yeah, why don't you do a show on Tuesday or Wednesday? Why does it got to be on a Sunday?
Thursday night.
Because he thinks he does his shows on Sunday because that's church day for the cult of Wilcock to show up and give him money. That's why they're on Sunday.
You can see that it's wind, 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 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, straight through. Now somehow today we've got actually good weather, which
How
is
would
fantastic.
you ever? How will you ever
And it again
survive?
showed up
right? Yes, he should be in prison.
on Tuesday. So also you see there it says red flag warning. Well, that's because we have a fire.
It's nice and warm in prison,
the fact that we've
David.
had no snow at all, going on for a long time. So then you get to worry at your leisure every time the wind comes up. Oh my God,
Jeff
what if we have a
Inch?
fire too? So it's
Oh no.
it's been a real
Yeah,
pain.
what
in the
does he
butt,
expect
to say the
living in
least. It's
Colorado?
not
You're
fun
right, Sky Prop.
right
It's so
now being
stupid.
here in the middle of all this. I created that slide on Friday, or was it Thursday night, I guess. And then the wind appeared to extend another 4 days.
The 4-day
through
storm
this
is caused by
week.
Pleiadians.
So again, we have
They are
this is
cold-blooded
the
and they
slide I
want
showed you
warm.
before, the red flag warning. And then as of Saturday, yesterday, this is what it was showing me. So look at that. Now it looks like we're going to have
Yeah,
wind
I
on
didn't dig
Sunday
out
when
my
the show
wife's
would happen.
car and stuff.
We'd
I
have
didn't dig mine
snow
out.
on Monday, and
I'm just not
enough
gonna go
to
anywhere
actually
until it melts.
accumulate though. And then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have wind all going on again there. So very
Dent
intense
church.
stuff.
You're right, Broken Hip. It's Dent
Carolyn
church.
says, I only watched about half of last week's show. I'm tuning in live to this one. Well, thank you for being here.
This dude's really saying
Do
he
not like what
predicted
the
the wind.
commercials are doing. They start
Deep
butting in
state
with a split
winds.
screen. You can't close them. Sorry about that. But hey,
He's
you
lived
know,
there for
you
like
get
5
YouTube
years,
Premium,
I
you don't have
think.
to watch any commercials. I have it. It's definitely, I think it's worth it. So
People are
bear
complaining
that in
because
mind.
David Wilcock has the commercials set to like maximum annoyance level so that he can make the few more pennies. He's trying to scrape every penny he can out of his dents, right? So if really, I don't recommend it, but if you do watch one of David Wilcock's YouTube videos, it's like every 5 minutes there's a commercial and non-skippable ads and stuff like that. Like he's got that ad thing cranked up to maximum annoyance level, and people cry and complain in his live chat about how bad it is. And he just tells them, buy YouTube Premium, then you don't have to watch ads. I'm not turning it down. I need every penny I can get from you morons.
Let's make sure I didn't miss any other comments or any other donations, anything important. No, we're doing good so far.
I'm not going to read that, Caleb.
We've already got 1,575 people. That is really incredible.
Oh,
Uncle Punky
tax
says, I just
fraud.
finished shoveling snow off the driveway. Watching you is my reward. All right. Maria Davis, are you upset with me? No. Maybe somebody in the moderator thing happened once in a while.
Morgan.
Anyway,
I hear
YouTube
those
Premium
commercials
is
all
worth
the
it.
time on the radio for some.
I have not seen Michio Kaku's latest YouTube video on 3i Atlas. You want to tell me what's going on? We can do that.
He does.
Yes,
He's
I would
like a
love to
bad
move, but
combination
it's not at
of
the point where I can do
DSP
that
and
yet.
quartering.
So I
Yes.
have to keep going through all this weather. So again, this weather forecast was really crazy.
Still
man.
nothing
Like, man,
in my Kick activity feed.
let's not
No
get stuck in this
followers,
stuff all
no
week, but yet look at this.
no
It's like
money,
wow,
honey,
you gotta
nothing.
see that, you know,
Nothing over there going
that's a
on.
lot of
What
endurance.
is going on?
Especially Tuesday, it's going up to like 35. That means it's going to be really noisy. I'm very glad that actually today it's not so bad.
I'm very glad the weather's not so bad today. Otherwise, I might cry and not do a show. Humboldt Honey has gifted 1 Truth Seekers membership, and we thank Humboldt Honey, who's also a member themselves, for their kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Just so you're aware, if you're not already, smash that subscribe button, because when a kind and generous soul like Humboldt Honey gifts a membership, you could win one. But you must be in the live chat and be a subscriber to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, you're not eligible to win a free membership. So somebody was gifted a free membership thanks to the kindness, generosity, and support of Humboldt Honey. So thank you, Humboldt Honey, for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. It is much, much appreciated.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. The blue chickens command you to praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Yes, the blue chickens and Ra command you. Thank you, Humbled Honey, for your continuing support and for helping increase our members section here. And the blue chickens have commanded Moth Loves Detracting. And Moth Loves Detracting has sent one for the goal. And thank you, Moth Loves Detracting, for hearing the call of the blue chicken cult and for being a member and throwing one in for the goal. Moth Loves Detracting has been a longtime show supporter and YouTube channel member. Big support from Moth Loves Detracting. And he says he looks so disheveled. David and DSP have the same eyes, defeated and depressed. Yes, yes, they are both defeated and depressed. But thank you, Moth Loves Detracting, for helping us to praise the cash.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
And always remember, everyone, every time we get one for the goal, a super chat for the goal, David Wilcock cries. So, oh, God.
And now, as of today, I just looked at it.
We're still on the weather forecast. We're 12 minutes in. All he's talked about is the weather and how nice his hair looks. Or, you know, people telling him he looks nice, and they like his pink shirt.
Forecast is looking better. So we have mostly sunny for today.
Oh, great. More weather.
Wind is supposed to be happening.
We're 12 minutes in.
Yet, so
He's doing a weather forecast. He's doing a weather show.
And then Monday we get a mostly sunny day. That's great.
Oh, great.
So now it's only Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's not happening on Thursday. Now I might jinx it as a result of showing this, but anyway, that was very intense. So I've been through a hero's journey, the likes of which you cannot imagine.
Flynn dude is giving him grifting lessons.
Oh, yeah,
I would explain everything is being caused by it. His grift is bad, but you have to be.
So the first 2 days of this week were incredibly scary because if you watch the end of my last show, then you know why. What was the answer? Well, I accidentally dumped a glass of water into this laptop that I'm now using.
Just riveting content. Let me tell you about how I stupidly dumped an entire glass of water all over a $3,000 Mac Pro laptop because I'm stupid, right? Have the mice been gnawing his hair in his sleep? Maybe that's why he's losing his hair. The mice are eating his hair while he's sleeping. And it's the weather. Who cares? Yes.
This is the same laptop. I have it right here. Here it is, okay? And you saw me holding it up, and you saw me having all these problems and water pouring out of it.
Maybe can't afford a haircut.
Upside down and all this stuff. That was so scary, man, because you know, typically when you get water into a machine like this, they never come back. They're dead, and that's the end of the story.
Xavier, I don't know what you mean.
So we have two donations.
There's no such thing as disclosure. We've been waiting 8 years.
Leanne
no evidence
and Edith Feinstein. Thank you both very, very much. Leanne says, thank you, David, for bringing it today.
Yeah, I'm going to make a funny video about it. I just haven't yet. It's on my list of things to do for this week.
Years of marriage for Herman Lee and Mary
It was
Smith.
Funny. This moron dropped a whole big glass of water all over a $3,000 laptop.
Like a troll comment or self-promotion, and we will usually read it on the air, and that helps. That helps with everything. Yes, thank you, Lord. The laptop is okay. I could not believe it.
Here he is begging for super
Here we are on the air.
Begging like DSP.
And it was just like, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to lose my freaking computer. Because part of the problem, you guys, was
karma
I did not have backups of data. So there was like 4 years worth of stuff that I had not backed up.
Big surprise. David Wilcock, the laziest person that I've ever seen in my life, doesn't have backups of his computers, right? And I mean, I should talk, but I have a very weird backup system, and that is that I have folders on my desktop for source material and rendered material. In other words, when I'm working on a video or something, everything is in those folders. So I just dump it to an external. It's not that hard, but David Wilcock's too lazy to do backups. So here he's going to cry about how he had no backups, and thank God he saved all his years worth of worthless slides nobody cares about.
I haven't thought about it. I just assumed that I'm a very safe person. My laptop is always safe.
Yeah, he's going to lose
really good care of it. I'm not going to do anything with them. Never thought about the idea that maybe perhaps it could have gotten.
By the way, I should say that like David Wilcock is getting so desperate that here's my prediction. He's going to start going way out on a limb with the crazy soon to keep people giving him money. He's going to have to. Either that or he's going to totally crash out and disappear for a while because the stress is getting to him. Like he can't keep this
Maybe
up.
perhaps something really crazy and freakish could happen like this, but
At
it
working
did.
4 hours a week. Whoa, it's way too
Yesterday,
much.
I dunked my phone. It acted up for a few hours, but it's okay now, says Astorama.
And $300
Now I have backup.
donation going to the new
I
laptop.
did make a backup.
Yeah, maybe.
And
I
I'm
don't know.
good. And everything is great. So supposedly,
Yes, he was about to lose his
might
grip
have
plans
problems in the
and his
future, but
premium
right
game
now it
board
doesn't.
on that laptop.
My brother,
That's what he was worried
works
about.
as a Mac repair technician, so he says yes, there's a possibility in the future that you could have problems, but you know, I'm already through the 1 week mark, and the first 2 weeks are the most important. It's been running like a dream, so I could not believe it. So try to bear in mind how intense this was, guys, that I spent 2 days believing
He
I had
admitted
lost
to cutting
all
his
of
own
my
hair
data
about 6 months
for the
ago.
last 4 years.
That's pretty bad. I let my wife cut my hair
You
during
know,
COVID.
2 days
but
where I'm not going to
I
turn
would
it
never
on
cut
because
my
everybody
own.
in the comments here, and thank you for that, was saying don't turn it on.
By the way, my
So
wife
this
got
is a
so
big
much
exercise in
practice
keeping my
during
harmony, man.
COVID that my boys,
Yet again, I'm being
she cuts
initiated
her
by
hair
the
now. She
universe.
does a
I get
great
these
job. They look
crazy,
great.
crazy challenges.
It helps
Like,
they
wow,
both
this
have
is
good hair,
almost
especially my eldest.
inconceivable.
He has
The amount of
Elvis hair,
suffering
man.
and
It looks
pain
good even if it's messed
that
up.
caused me, the
Rock star
fear.
hair.
I just said, man, there's no way when I turn that computer back on that it's going to start up again.
Oh God, I'm going to lose all of my adult films. You think his wife's cucumber videos were on that laptop? I bet you they were. I bet you they were.
But I still had to wait on the offhand chance that maybe, just maybe, it would be okay. So those 2 days were incredibly
Yeah,
rough.
could you imagine how self-important does he think he is? Like, oh, listen, I spilled a glass of water on my laptop, but my laptop survived. So I got to go make 10 or 15 slides about this event with me spilling water on my laptop and let everybody know what happened and that the laptop is okay. I got to make 15 slides about it. Like, nobody cares, Wilcock. Why are you making slides about things that nobody even cares about or wants to hear about? Could it be because you're completely and totally out of your normal scam material?
But by some amazing miracle, my laptop actually survived the water intake. It is so incredible. I am so happy. We have more donations coming in. Axel
He's got
Russ,
nothing else to talk
David, I've been
about.
watching you for so long. You've given me so much hope and calm in life. Thank you for everything. Watching from northern BC. Clinton says, homeward stretch, David. Glad to be here. That's Clinton 867. All right, you guys, and we're already up to 1,700 plus viewers. That's going really great. 1,775 is what it's showing me right now.
Yeah, remember when you were getting 30,000 live viewers? You're losing your audience.
David learned the lesson. You have to back up all your data. Well, it's working fine right now.
He looks like Chaka. You're right. He does look like Chaka from Land of the Lost.
Did you get blessed by the queen?
What a bald Chaka.
I don't know. I don't know if there was a queen involved or not. But anyway, we felt your pain last week. Thank God your laptop.
Nobody's interested in your bullshit. I'm pretty sure of that. I think you're in the wrong live chat.
And hope that it's all going to be fine. So we're just going to take it one day at a time. But again, I am back my data.
You got to check his hair again.
Much more consistent now because
it's 3 times.
Again, if I do have to go to the other laptop now, I will be able
3
to
times in 17 minutes. That means about every 6 minutes, Wilcock has to fluff up his hair to make sure that his bald spot is hidden. Every 6 minutes, he's got to make sure his bald spot is hidden.
Yep. So anyway.
Heavy Kev is here. Welcome.
Thank you guys for enjoying the show. Yes, it's perfectly fine for a man to wear pink. No big deal. I can get by with that just fine. So, again, we're doing really well. We're only 17 minutes in. We're already up to 1,800 viewers now.
There you go.
So
Humble Money has
2
better
full
answer than me.
days
We call it the
without turning it
grifting.
back
I'm
on
an
again.
experienced for 2. We used to believe these
believing
people.
that my machine was going to be gone, and man, was that
Yes,
scary.
he already went for the makeup. You missed it. He already had
one
makeup.
Was after the show, I'd already gotten it turned off and shut down. But while I was trying to get more of the water out, I accidentally turned it on again, and then it shut down in the middle of its boot sequence. So it actually was
New year, new grift.
Black,
we can have it. That's what happens.
Toast. There's no way I'm going to recover this, and you guys are all geeks, so you understand that. Martyr 333 says, I've been following forever and donated, own all your books. You inspired me to read the Law of One. That's right. Glad that I did that. That's lawof1.info.
Whoa, look at that one. Very kind
We
of
had
you.
another donation. Sherry
Let me
King, Richard
stop
and
this
Sherry,
clown.
wish you well.
I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. If you are not already a subscriber, you got to hit that subscribe button, because already one person won a free gifted membership. And now 5 people, thanks to the kindness, generosity, and support of Elaine Walls 1965, who's also a member themselves, are going to win a free membership. YouTube randomly distributes these free memberships to people who are in the live chat when these memberships are gifted. But in order to win one, you must be a subscriber. So tonight, 6 people have already won a free gifted membership. We have I think it's over 75 videos in the members only section. And you get an extra goodies like a YouTube channel member badge, priority reply in the comments and live chat, and more. So thank you, Elaine Walls 1965, for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much, much appreciated. Thank you, Elaine Walls. Praise the cash. And if you got a notification suddenly and you see a member's badge where you didn't pay for a membership, then thank Elaine Walls for their kindness, generosity, and support. And I think it was Humboldt Honey who gifted the other one.
Praise
them.
the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Elaine Walls. And make sure you smash that subscribe button. There may be more people, kind and generous people, who will gift these memberships, and you could win a free membership later tonight. There may be some more gifted memberships, but you must be a subscriber. So smash that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you'll know when we're live. I appreciate all of the support. Amber Gedden, longtime show supporter, with a 1 for the goal. I'm going for broke this weekend to see how many timeouts I can get on this stream. Well, thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Longtime show supporter Amber Gedden and a YouTube channel member. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Praise it. Thank you, Amber Gedden. So we're like 20 minutes into his stream. He hasn't said anything yet. It's been a weather report. It's been him fluffing his hair, him reading flattering comments from the live chat like a narcissistic clown.
Thank you very much. So we're already doing great here, and I'm happy.
Yeah, doing great. 1,700 live viewers.
Because harmony is.
Wasn't that long ago?
Is a good
Wasn't that long ago? He was getting 30,000 live viewers. Now you're doing great if you're getting 1,700.
Harmony color.
Come on.
So anyway, lots of good stuff is happening.
I watch the chat. I read the chat while I watch those stupid shows.
Of like fearing
it's
that
funny
I
to see
lost
some
my
of our
laptop,
people
I
in there
lost all
pumping
this
him.
data.
He's so dumb he doesn't know he's
And
being pumped.
again, 4 years worth of data with no backups is included.
Yes,
The
fluffing
dreams
his
that I
hair.
write down in the morning, if I remember anything.
Every
I write
6
them down.
minutes, he's going to fluff his hair and hide his
Imagine not
bald
having that
spot.
anymore.
He's
It's
got
like,
a
oh my
terrible
God,
big
really?
bald spot. The whole top of
So
his
it was
head
just a
really
very
is a bald
intense
spot.
and very challenging situation. But also, almost all of the recent slide presentations. Let's
Y'all
mess
love
with
the
my hair a little
Wilcock.
bit here, get it a little fluffier.
Uh,
Almost all of my slide presentations were on there as well, dude. So it's like, this is. Oh yeah, I had the wrong thing going. You got to see me mess with my hair from the side view. All right. Praise Master Jesus. Pink is more flattering than gold. Well, thank you for that. It does seem to match the set pretty nicely. I do agree. So anyway, yeah, most of the slide presentations would have been gone, and that was just really, really sad. So I was just in incredible trauma.
Incredible trauma. I almost lost my slides and my porn collection of men, right? He almost lost his male porn collection, and he almost lost all of his slides. And this is very traumatic. Like, listen to him. Nobody cares, Wilcock, about you losing your porn collection on your laptop, right? He's trying to be sexy. He's trying to be sexy for the grannies who try to date him. Yeah, trying really hard to cover his bald head. That is correct. I don't understand. I have to check in with my wife. Man, this school district is crazy. So apparently there's a 2-hour delay tomorrow, but my one son has a half a day where he gets out at noon. But if they do the 2-hour delay, that means he'll get on the bus around 10 o'clock and then he'll be leaving at noon. And it's an hour, almost an hour bus ride that they put my oldest son, who happens to be special needs. I keep saying that's way too long of a bus ride for a special needs child, but nobody listens to me. I don't know if he's going to school or not. You know, my wife says she's not sending him because that's stupid. He's going to be on the bus longer than he'll be at school. I agree. All right, so I got another day of house arrest tomorrow.
And that's why, I
am starting to get a little stir crazy. I've been stuck in my house for so long because of the snow, and then my kids had off Monday and Tuesday, and now my one son has off tomorrow, so that's 3 days of house arrest.
Practice what I preach. I kept my harmony, even though I was very concerned and I wasn't sure if I'd ever get my computer back. I just tried to make
He didn't keep his harmony. He was freaking out. He was going to lose all his porn, man. Years of collecting,
that's what really matters.
Gangbang,
machines are replaceable. The data
adult
not going
videos and all that stuff. He was upset.
So now I've
years of collecting male gangbang stuff.
I'm incredibly happy to have the laptop fully operating. This was another incredible example of a test of faith.
Why does he have to make a slide? Like, oh, the laptop worked. I got to make a slide. This is a test of faith. Spilling shit on my laptop is a test of faith. No, it's not. It's called an accident, you moron.
Of a test of faith. Where it seemed impossible.
This guy is something else, man. He has such a bloated sense of self-importance.
And this is just the latest example of a recurring phenomenon.
I spilled something on my laptop. I got to make some slides about this right now.
Stresses of life.
Yeah, who cares? Exactly.
And things look like they're really dire and like they're really bad and it's not going to work out for you. And then they do. And I still have more of those on the horizon. So please keep praying for me. We definitely need some more
a lot of people wonder how his
life
would change if he came
finally
out of the closet.
Miracle happened.
There was rumors for a while that he was going to turn trans. Remember when he was all straggly and he let his hair grow long and he looked like somebody's beat up old grandmom for a while there. People were saying that he was going to turn trans and that was going to be a new scam of his.
Pleased about the way this turned out. Also, it's not that big of a deal for most people.
Maybe he decided against the surgery. Who knows?
I got my permanent license plates for my new vehicle. It was very exhausting doing all that driving, 51 minutes each way. So by the time I got home, I was really tired. And then the very next day, okay, enough about your computer, says Gregory. Man, you guys are mean to me, huh? It's like
even the audience is complaining.
It's a hard audience, I'll tell you. But, anyway, we're trying to keep things.
Even his fans are like, "Shut up about the laptop, you moron! Move on." Anime Chris is here with one for the goal, saying all those secret collabs with Corey Good at his private residence were almost lost forever. Thank you, Anime Chris, for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. It is much, much appreciated. And praise the cash, friends. Anime Chris has been a longtime show supporter and is a YouTube channel member. See the member badge? That's how you know he's a big show supporter. Thank you, Anime Chris. Much, much appreciated. One for the goal. Let's go.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Anime Chris. And look at this. Dagny Taggart says, "Oh no, poor David had to go to the DMV. How stressful." I guess that was a test of faith too. Guys, I had to drive in a car for 50 minutes each way. Then I had to make a slide about how I had to drive in a car 50 minutes each way, guys. Wreaking Havoc says his hair grosses me out. What's left of it, right? Yeah, what is going on? Why is he going on about the DMV and license plates? Who cares? Nobody cares, but he doesn't have anything to talk about because his scams keep collapsing as soon as he runs them, and he's still trying to figure out a new scam. How's he going to scam his audience the next time?
He's happy. We're trying to keep things good.
Hasn't scammed him enough.
I'm just very pleased that I've got my life and that I've got my health.
His audience is his therapy time. You're right.
These things really, really matter. Oh no, the DMV. That's right. Yeah,
Amber Kennedy.
It's quite something.
I can't stand it
I
when
thought he
Pimp said
said
grows
DMC.
hair.
No. No DMC. Moonat back just donated. Thank you very much. And we are
I'm gonna
approaching
check in with the
1,900
live
concurrent
chat.
viewers now.
We're gonna see if the activity
Um,
feed moved. It hasn't
good.
moved. Nothing.
So anyway, the very next day after I did all this driving is when we had
There
our
is
high winds
nothing
and
in the
cold weather starting to
activity.
happen.
No
The wind is
followers. By the way, if you
howling.
become a follower
The
on
air was
on the live
incredibly
broadcast,
cold
give
with
me a
only a
shout out.
high of
Thank you.
22
If you
degrees.
send a
And this
gifted
was from the
sub
polar
or you become a
vortex that is
subscriber,
pounding
give
the
me a
entire
shout out.
east
Thank you. Let's get some
U.S.
support.
side of America.
Don't leave it all to the
It has been
YouTube
very
folks
difficult to
throwing
say the
money.
least, because again, that kind of cold with this house is not a good formula. The house is not insulated very well. And so as
The house is not insulated well. It's a $2 million log cabin mansion with 4-foot logs, 4-foot thick logs. You don't need insulation when your house is largely constructed out of 4-foot thick logs, you moron. And he has heated floors. But he's always got to come up with something to make people feel sorry for him. Oh, I'm living in this. He makes it sound like he's living in a little tiny uninsulated cabin that's drafty. I got to say, my cabin in the Poconos is a little drafty sometimes because we get cracks between the logs and I have to go re-chink it. And by the way, I'm allowed to say chink. That's a real word. It's okay. But he's living in a $2 million log cabin style mansion made out of 4-foot thick logs. You don't need insulation. And his mansion has heated floors. But here he is trying to make his audience feel sorry for him and give him money because it's cold outside and it's not good for his house because there's no insulation. Did you tell them there's 4-foot thick walls?
a result of that, you have problems that occur with it being cold all the time. In fact, today I'm wearing really warm clothes down here just to make sure that if radiant cold starts seeping in, that it doesn't get too bad. Cindy J donated $50. Thank you very much. We need more of those.
Yeah.
I love it when people do this. So
he needs more than those.
Any color. So glad to catch your show live today.
Free money.
I look forward to seeing you every week. Thank you so much.
He's broke.
That is right. So Scarlet Fire is giving us a whole class here in the comments about the sons of Belial. That was in the Casey readings. Those who used their powers for selfish gain and control of others. That is one of the things the Casey reading said. I will pray for you, David, says Sarah Love. Thank you very much. My friends have also had major events in their
his friends are having
lives,
a hard time too.
Without going into detail, some of these have been very, very disruptive. But then again, other ones are scare events, like where my friend Arthur, thought that maybe he was going to have brain surgery. It turns out that he doesn't.
Oh, where did he get the brain surgery idea from?
So you continue to take the good with the bad. You continue to have the ups and downs.
Yeah, it's called life. You're always going to have ups and downs. Oh boy, my wife is messaging me. She's pissed about this school stuff. Sam Corbin, who's been a longtime show supporter and is a YouTube channel member. You can tell by that lovely YouTube channel member badge, throwing in one for the goal with a very important comment saying, everybody pray for David. He's had such a hard life in his multi-million-dollar mansion. He needs all the $500 super chats he can get, right? You are correct, Sam Corbin, and thank you for your kindness, generosity, and your support of the show. It is much, much appreciated.
Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Sam Corbin, and thank you, Sam Corbin, also for being a YouTube channel member. And for those who aren't a member, if you haven't won a free one tonight, 6 people have won a free membership. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. There may be more gifted memberships and you could win a free membership. But failing that, you can always click that join button and pay for a membership. And if you do that during a live broadcast, we give you a big shout out and thank you. So thank you all for your kindness, generosity, and support. Except you Kick viewers. I don't know what's going on over there. We're not even getting followers tonight on Kick. That is slow, buddy. The Kick chat is dead. Oh wait. There, my activity feed is suddenly back. And what is it? It's people throwing pennies. Reardon Steele sent 1 penny, 1 kick, and 1 kick, and 1 kick. Oh, he sent a whole $1. Reardon Steer sent $1 and another dollar and another dollar. All right, we'll take. He sent $3.03. Yes, the sacred amount that David Wilcock craves. But it's supposed to be 333, not 303. But we'll take it, and we'll thank you for your kindness, generosity, and your support of the show. Thank you very much, Reardon Steele. And I really appreciate it because I thought that the Kick activity feed was broken. But praise the cash, Reardon Steele over there on Kick, the sole Kick supporter, the only Kick supporter tonight.
Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash.
Yeah, we're really trying to get some Kick support because in a few days they're finally going to pay me. They pay me once a month, and it's almost to a nice even number, right? A good even number, right? You know how you ever get paid a paycheck that's like $470 or something? You're like, damn, 30 from the nice even number. All right, let's see what else this moron has to say. So far, we've got weather reports and
we pray for
his laptop
Jude's
report.
Daughter. She's got a situation that now is a health issue that we have to deal with. So that's one of the things we're looking at. There's other things that have happened as well. Pay no attention to the man behind his computer screen.
All right, thank you, Tinfoil Frog. Now it's
trolls, but that's
$3.33.
We're not scared of the trolls. We
very nice.
Keep it real.
He's not scared of the trolls. He just said he's not scared of the trolls. This clown was paying $2,000 a month just to stop the trolls from trolling him in his own live chat. But he just said he's not scared of the trolls. Then why don't you read the troll comments, David? Why don't you read the hard questions where people want their money back and shit for the scams that you ran on them? Oh, I'm not afraid of the trolls. I just pay $2,000 to sanitize my chat so I can live in an echo chamber and that my followers don't hear the truth about what a scumbag grifter I am. Great.
Put enough water in this glass now to just kind of like keep myself happy for short bursts of time, but not the whole glass.
He did. He paid $2,000. He was. Oh, okay. He was for a long time. He was paying $2,000 a month. He would say it all the time.
From Oman.
I need 5 people to stop Steven from upsetting my chat. It wasn't me. I've been banned from this chat for like 7 years.
We definitely would love that. We'd love to get something into production.
Yeah, he can't handle the truth.
That could work out okay. So that's all good. So the bottom line is that we have both negative and positive events occurring at the same time, which means our sense of harmony has been under assault like never before. So this is why, again, just like last week, just like the week before, so many things are going on.
Yeah,
so
never get paid an even number because the government takes it on.
Very challenging.
Yeah, 20%.
So
but at least on Kick Week, most of it.
It's a message of positivity. Man, you guys.
You'll hurt my widow feelings.
Get at her. Okay,
he has no feelings.
I got to give you some personal information, but anyway, Michael Salla has to get heart surgery most likely. Can we pray for him? Yes, we definitely.
Yeah, you got to pray for the originator of all the secret space scams, Michael Salla, the doctor. That's such a moron. He's doing live streams with a guy wearing an airsoft, like a paintball helmet, claiming to be a super soldier. Yeah, let's pray for that clown.
Father, Mother God, let's please pray for Dr. Michael Salla and hope that he is safe.
Yeah, he has crabs. What? Yeah.
Starseed Essence donated $50 and says something about harmony. Harmony is not the absence of difference, but the resonance of distinct waveforms into a singular coherence. That's exactly the point of today's show.
Oh, what a coincidence.
The universe sings when every part remembers it as a whole.
Yeah, so my entire Kick activity feed is Reardon Steele. Thank you, Reardon Steele. The only person awake over there on Kick.
Do click on the icon so you understand.
Spencer Crab just followed the channel. Thank you for that.
He could get sued. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there's definitely deep fakes going on. That's one of the things that people are having to deal with now.
Yeah, Father, Mother, God. Very disrespectful to most major religions to say Father, Mother, God. That's New Age nonsense. Our sense of harmony
is under assault like never before. We have multiple
Spencer Crab is there.
On at the same time.
Says, what's up, Kick Cat? I am awake.
Scare you like the Cuban Missile Crisis. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being honest. We really have never had a situation like this in the world before. First of all,
he does that every time he prays. It's the Father, Mother, God.
Dragging along.
Which is very disrespectful to most major religions. It's New Age nonsense.
Like if you're American,
law of one, New Age bullshit.
and then there might be other nations that could have this happen to them as well. There's still strike force
Although,
out
in
there.
his
So,
defense, I hate to
you
defend
know,
David
they
Wilcock.
seem
I would think that an all-powerful, omniscient being doesn't need to be male or female. I would think, but I don't know. Nobody, I always think this: nobody can truly understand the true nature of a godlike, of a god or a godlike being or God. We can't really understand the nature of a being like that. Our little monkey brains just can't even
seem
comprehend.
to be cooperating. They seem to be saying, let's try to work together. Let's try to do something positive. And I think that's a very wise move.
He's always
under
peeking while he meditates to see if he got any super
Why does
chats.
everybody tell David what to talk about? Just chill. Thank you. I
Snake
really
is
appreciate
his middle
that.
name. That is correct.
David needs like a Stanley Cup, so when it spills, there's no worries. I don't know what a Stanley Cup is. I guess like a chalice or something. Okay, anyway. We also
No, you
have
need a
an
sippy cup
escalating
like a
thing going
child,
on
you
in
moron.
Minnesota, where now the governor has his own National Guard, and they're calling up 1,500 active duty
Sam
troops
Corbett says he
on
100%
standby.
does that. Oh, now
And
here we go.
look at this right here.
We're going
And
into
again,
the QTARD report now. So we've had the weather report, then the laptop report. Now we're going into the QTARD report.
one of the alliance sources that we've seen before.
Alliance.
So
QTARD.
yeah,
It
that
means
could
QTARD.
be,
You moron.
we're looking at the possibility of very intense stuff that we've really never seen in America
That's
in
how
a
he
very, very
maintains
long time.
hypnosis on his
And
dense.
it could get really weird and crazy. So sorry about that, you guys. Sorry that this is happening. Yeah, that's right. I don't want to say it out loud, but
Arlene
yes,
is showing
Paul
everybody
is
how
on
you
the
can
right
join our
track there.
Discord server. Chat with
It looks as if
24/7, not just
many
during our
things
live
that we were
broadcast.
told about are moving forward,
Free.
but it's happening in a way that is a lot scarier than
Alliance
I thought it would be.
versus
To be honest
trademark.
with you. So that's why we got to keep our harmony. That's why we got to keep our positivity.
Yep, we will never
And
know.
again, this situation is very rapidly escalating right now. It could even
Source,
turn
a
into
random
something this coming
telegram
week.
message. Yes.
Plus, we also have the other situation. You know about that. The tariffs were just placed. And,
absolutely plays the victim.
that's,
Yes,
again,
it does.
something that has pretty much everybody on edge.
Censor Crab sent
Because
a
it
reach
threatens
quit.
at the same
What?
time that we have the possibility of things happening here in America.
All right,
the
thank you.
possibility
Censored
of negative
Crab
things
has
happening
sent
with Europe.
500 kicks.
And,
Let's take a moment to thank Censored Crabs. What does that user ID mean? Censored Crabs. Like you had crabs, but they were censored? But Censored Crabs send a rage quit. That's 500 kicks. That's $5. That's one for the goal. So we thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. It is much, much appreciated. Thank you very much, Censored Crabs, who went over to kick just so that we could get some kick support. So thank you very much for that, Censored Crabs. Much, much appreciated.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Praise it. Censored Crab says that's my ex account name. I remember high school. There's crabs were going around. What is actually the technical definition for crabs? I know crabs is slang for some STD. Is it chlamydia? I think chlamydia may be the real. Anyway, when I was in high school, there was a terrible outbreak of crabs. And we had to go to a special assembly where they told us about. I went to Catholic school, so they wouldn't tell you just put on a rubber if you're going to bang a dirty bitch, right? Like if you're going to bang a dirty bitch, make sure you wear a rubber. Like that's what they should have told us. Instead, we had to have like a 2-hour assembly about the wonders of abstinence. And how that's the best way. Abstinence is the best way to avoid getting crabs because there was a terrible crab outbreak. And you know what the funny part is? It was all Catholic school girls that were spreading it, I think. As best I recall, right? There was multiple female-only high schools in Philadelphia where I grew up, but most of the real slutty, dirty bitches went to one of them. I can't recall which one it was. It wasn't Hale Hannah. It wasn't Little Flower. It was the other one. People from Philly will know which one I'm talking about. All right, let's continue. Got me on a crabs tangent.
It's pretty intense that way. So Anyway, okay. Well, sunny skies. You can
He's
do
got
longer
crabs in
timeouts
his
if you want
butt.
to.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He's got butt crabs. He's got gay butt crabs.
Anyway, what we see here is that there is a big focus on how we get through this.
All right. Well, that
with our
makes
harmony
sense.
intact. That's what I want to focus on today's
right.
show. At least in the situation with Iran,
It old
hasn't
and crab
gone any
grumpy.
farther.
My account got
It's
shadowed.
stopped apparently hurting
Makes
people.
sense. Now it makes sense.
But we still don't really know. There was a statement they made earlier in the week that I thought was pretty reassuring, and it helped me calm down.
Dirty
where they
snap.
said no war will be fought.
Oh, here we go. Back to stealing content from Shadows of Ezra.
And then after that is when we saw this, where that there would be a tariff of anybody doing business.
Did you see that? The Qtard Telegram guy said that there's no plans for regime change. That's how you know they are going to attack Iran, because these Telegram Qtards are wrong about literally everything they post. It's always the opposite. So if a Qtard Telegram says we're not going to invade Iran, you can be pretty sure we're gonna, because they're wrong about everything.
Again, it's like, wait a minute, we got Europe, we got that one, we got domestic in America. It's all happening at the same time. It's just so wild, isn't it? It's like, wow, keeping your harmony's never been more important than it is right now.
You got to keep your harmony while you're
Adkins donated.
Telegram
right here. Love you, David. I followed you for many years.
Telegram.
Grateful for what you share. Prayers are always with you. Then Beverly Adams, Mike Lindell for campaign manager, taught us a group in Wisconsin how to hand count.
Yep, red pill hopium. Okay. That's what that is.
That.
Exactly.
Anyway, yes, thank you very much. Anyway, Patricia Moran just donated as well. Wow,
you see, he was complaining because he was watching some video game announcement video where they used multicams, and he was like, "That's totally unnecessary." And somebody spliced together him changing cameras. After he said, "Why would you have multicams? It's totally unnecessary." What a moron. Humboldt, Iowa. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think Qtards were real until I worked with one since broken hip. I had one in my family, and I literally, it was so bad because they would sit near me at family events and just tell me about Qtard stuff for hours and hours at a time that I had to tell my wife and other members of my wife's family, you can't let him sit near me. You can't let him talk to me about Qtard stuff, or I'm going to lose my shit. Because every time there was a family event, he would park himself next to me and just tell me Qtard nonsense for the entire time. And my wife likes to spend a lot of time with her mother. So if I'm going to my mother-in-law's, it's for the day. We'll get there at 11 a.m. and we'll be there till 9 o'clock at night. I don't want to hear about Qtard nonsense for 5, 7, 8 hours, right? I almost lost my shit a few times, but eventually they got him off of me, and he wasn't allowed to talk to me anymore.
Thank you guys very much, and we're now up to 2,132 viewers. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, he thinks I'm the conspiracy guy. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Eric Von Daniken.
I try to explain to him that I'm a skeptic.
I don't know about you, but I want to be confident. Well, I want to be, positive as much as possible. But
yeah, exactly. He was explaining to me his genius secret military knowledge.
Techniques is part of what we're going to be talking about today, just in terms of doing meditation and breath work.
Do you ever know somebody, though, that's so convinced of a conspiracy that even when you try to walk them through all the proof, right? All the proof that it's fake, and they still keep it going, and they will. It was like no matter what I told him, he would just keep going with the conspiracy Qtard nonsense. He would never concede a point or anything. So after a while, you go, why am I even saying anything? I just got to sit here and listen to 8 hours of Qtard fucking rant nonsense.
Calm in the midst of these scare events. It definitely looks as if we're heading into
I like Fraggle Rock
a very big nexus point in time, doesn't it? All these things are converging, they're coalescing, they're coming together all at the same time. It's very intense. And imagine if
you're right. It gives hope to the hopeless, right?
The people in power,
evil people are going to get arrested
about it anyway.
We're going to get money.
And then you have this happening on top of all of it. It's like, wow. Imagine how they're feeling. If you
We'll get too
actually,
deep and they
I
can't
mean, a lot
get
of the people
back
in this
out.
audience
He still
are
hasn't
fairly
won.
cool with
I think he's still.
what's going on, but at the same time, we're all being challenged. So you got to stay positive. Morality, not mortality, says
Exactly.
Moron4.
It's
That's a good one.
nonsense. It's just nonsense.
So,
Q-tards are the
you
dumbest
know,
conspiracy theorists. That's
current
true. In
events
my
are
experience, that's true.
scaring the crap out of me, says Vega. I can't watch. I had to tune out for my health. That's right. But again, I don't think this is going to keep on going like this forever. I think we're really building
You
up
hear
to
that?
something.
Like,
They
oh,
already
the
told us the
news
next
is so
night.
scary. I can't watch the news. So now I'm just going to get my news from David Wilcock. I don't think that's a smart idea. As bad as like mainstream media is, you know.
Days are critical. It builds up to a date in mid-February. So I think that there's probably going to be a tension resolution cycle where the tension builds up and then eventually it resolves. Let's hope that's what happens. Hopefully we can avoid any further escalation out there in the Middle East.
Yeah, right.
But the story just keeps getting weirder and weirder. We're not going to talk about all the weird stuff that's going on, but it's, you know,
So it had the weather
the idea of
report, the laptop report,
being
now we're
created
getting the
from an
Q-tard
external
report.
source.
This is his show
It may
now.
not be what we thought it was in order to provoke all this crazy stuff going on.
Chemtrail
That's
guys.
what is now being talked about in the zeitgeist. That's one of
Oh
the things that
no.
people sent me. Somebody said you should do a show about this. I'm like, no, not right now.
You know what's funny
We
is
gotta.
in my cabin, a whole bunch of different one kind of tree, I think it's ash trees, were all dying, but it was because of that invasive beetle. It wasn't chemtrails that were causing those trees to die. It was verifiable science that it was an invasive beetle that would kill them. I think it was ash trees, but so many of my neighbors, they're kind of hillbilly. They were like, "Oh no, it's the chemtrails that are doing it. All the trees is dying because they're spraying them chemtrails." And I'm like, "Okay, if you say so." I don't argue with people. Like, try to explain. No, it's the beetle. It's the boring beetles. No, it's the chemtrails. Ain't no beetle killing that many trees.
We gotta,
I think it was the ash trees. They're starting to come back now.
keep it
Thankfully,
as positive as we can. And honestly,
I got a
never
lot of
imagined
firewood
the
out of
future
those
quite like
beetles,
this.
so I'll tell you that. Killing a
So,
lot of trees.
we're not going to keep
'Cause
on
I only cut dead
dragging you
trees.
through
I don't
stuff,
cut live
but
trees.
the world news is in a constant state of flux. This is true, which poses a very unique
Ash
adaptive
boring
challenge for all
beetle.
of
That's
us.
what
I
it
do
was.
believe
it was ash
that
trees.
we
You're right.
are going to get through this. And so again, we are well advised to keep our harmony intact.
Oh, we got to keep our
Why?
harmony.
Because the science shows us that our frame of mind directly affects the outcome. How you think manifests reality in a way that is said right by the Buddha, as we said before, quoting from the Dhammapada, we are what we think.
Don't
With
you
our
dare
thoughts, we
quote
make
the
the
Buddha.
world. And that is a very, very intense.
I get angry
loaded
whenever he
statement that
quotes
has,
Jesus or
truth
Buddha
in it
or any
beyond
spiritual
imagination.
figure. It's
So
like,
we
let
are
me
going to discuss that very fact with more scientific evidence
a
as we
religious
go
leader
on.
while I'm scamming my
So
moron
I
audience.
actually found this. This was something my neighbor printed
Yeah.
out and he handed it to me.
Look at this. His neighbor is printing out ChatGPT stuff. David Wilcock is now putting ChatGPT shit, right? And look at this. His neighbor gave him a printout, and he just took a picture of it so he could use it for a slide. This is ChatGPT.
Oh, he just texted it to me as a file, but it says the saying. Oops, we have Catherine Hurst who donated.
I agree. These
Thank you
slideshows are
very
worse
much.
than what I made for a
It says,
sixth
"Thank
grade
you for all you
language
do
arts
for us.
class.
Love,
It
peace,
says
and calm is a must during these challenging times." I totally
BK95.
agree.
Thanks for being a member.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
Yep,
just
and
agree with
we
them
also
and
have
move
Victor, who
on.
just
Don't try to
donated
argue with them.
589 SEKs, which sounds like sex,
See,
I guess.
in my case, what happens is somebody will hear that I do a show about paranormal and UFO stuff, and they'll think that means that I'm a big supporter of everything paranormal or UFO. They don't understand, that we're on the skeptical side. So, his neighbor doesn't have a restraining order on him. I don't know what that's about, right? There is truth to that saying, as a man thinks he
Anyway,
is.
thank you very much for that. Ooh. Okay.
He's got to put his BJ chapstick on his lips. That's what he uses on the plow guy. It makes his lips real slippery.
A little wild here.
Easier to do
yes, we need
BJ.
to pray for peace.
Slick
That's
lips.
the main reason why I want to be able to be here for you guys today is that it is scary, it is wild, and I want you to feel happy. I want you to feel safe. I don't want you to be going through needless panic and concern when there's ways out of this. And we go back to the fundamentals. So this was a really cool thing.
Oh, that's good. I love salmon fishing, man. I would love to go salmon fishing with you, Humboldt honey.
Worrying is like paying a debt that you don't owe. Anxiety over future problems is a waste of energy and emotion because the problems you're worrying about may never happen, much like paying for something you never bought.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, right?
Especially with the number of right. And look at what happened to my laptop.
True lately.
I was very, very negatively focused, thinking, man, there's just no way I'm going to get out of this.
Troll.
Screwed. There's no way out. And
I don't know. My dad used to use crab pots, and then we went crabbing with somebody that just used strings and chicken necks and backs. You just tie a string to a chicken neck or back and put it over the side of the boat, and you wait a few minutes, and then you pick it up, and there'll be 3-4 crabs on there. We stopped using pots. But we're talking about sex crabs. Now we're talking about real crabs.
The whole thing ended up resolving in a very, very beautiful fashion. So go figure, huh? It highlights that worry doesn't solve anything and only causes suffering in the present, which is pointless. Totally agree there. No. And then it says waste of energy. You are expending mental and emotional energy on something that is not real or is unlikely to occur. Well, I mean, there are things that are real, but we don't really know how these events are going to turn out.
So, there's another hair check.
Lots of stuff on social media.
Cover that bald spot, David.
The intelligence community and not even real people. And they're always framing. They frame everything bad.
I like it.
They
I think it's easier.
Everything in a negative context. And so you got to be really careful about
reading
things.
I don't know. It shouldn't be.
Somebody else's opinion doesn't make it true. Doesn't mean that it's right. Doesn't mean that that's what's actually.
Read it, Wilcock, and suffer.
If somebody says it very
confidently, or
or whatever, that doesn't mean that the bad stuff is going to happen.
Why does he keep rearranging his collar?
I practice this all the time in my own life because, again, I've got
that collar looks awfully starched and hard. He probably hasn't washed that shirt, and it's like all full of BO stench and like. You ever have a shirt that like becomes hard, or like a towel that becomes hard because it's so dirty? That's what I think. I don't know what's going. He keeps rearranging his collar.
We're not even talking about most of the time, but you know they're there, they're real, they're present in my life, and it's something that I work with. But again, worrying also it's.
See what I mean? This is like a self-soothing therapy session. Don't worry. ChatGPT says worrying's not good.
It does not necessarily provide a solution, can cause you to suffer before the problem even arises. And I like that philosophy too. I think that's pretty good. Well, you guys have some wise words of wisdom on worry.
That sounds good to me, Arlene. I love eating crab.
You know all the
crab and lobster tail are my favorite seafood.
J-Bo says, I'm not worried about anything happening. The
I used to,
short
before,
for these guys with their downfall.
Before my cabin, I used to go to Jersey once a year and go crabbing. But I haven't since the cabin. Our weekends are mostly there, right? I'd like to buy a bushel this year, though, and do a crab night at the cabin.
Peace and prosperity for all. I
Plans
totally agree.
Summer.
Thank you, David, to align with light, and I love that. We must be the change we want to see. So, yes, I'm just talking very practically before we get into our science section.
Anime Chris says that's not ChatGPT, it's Google AI. Okay, I know it was AI, though.
You can suffer before the problem even arises. In fact...
so he's so hard up for material that his show is now a weather report, my almost broken laptop report, the Qtard report, and now somebody gave me this from Google AI. He has no material left, man.
A good friend of mine says, let's wait to worry. That's a good phrase. You know, let's wait to worry until you really know.
Checking his bald spot again.
Worry about
more than every 6 minutes. I'm telling you, he's developed a tip checking that bald spot.
Drains the present, taking away your strength and peace of mind in the present moment, offering no benefit for the future. Totally agree. You got to focus in the
That's
now
where crab cakes
as much as you can. That's a very important meditative
I don't know about that.
Then comparison to debt. The analogy suggests that just as you would not pay a debt that was not yours, you should not pay an emotional debt for a problem that may never materialize. Again, worrying is like paying a debt
report is next.
And Salvatore Lamattina, you create your own reality. If you worry, it might happen. Worry about something. If you should worry, something positive will happen instead.
Okay, reading chat
Okay,
comments.
Charlie Winter says she's being blocked from donating. Very sorry about that. You guys can send her a link if you want.
Yeah, send her a link. Make sure we get that fucking donation. We need that donation. Yep, DSP is spiraling out. He really is. He's crashing out hard. Keno Boys just wrecked him yesterday. Bad.
Stay in the present moment, says enlightened executive Dennis.
I don't know.
No worry. Absolutely. I'll read a little more of you guys' wisdom, wise words.
Could be. Yeah, he might be mentally challenged. He's being.
This is one we can.
Well, I don't know if he's being taken advantage of. If he is, I'm glad. He deserves it.
Thank you very much.
Takes advantage of his audience.
My God. Sometimes we get some really, really crazy stuff in there, and I caught that one right away.
There he is leading comments.
Be so mean, but that's okay. It happens. And sometimes I'll just do it myself. But again, Ross Feinstein, thank you for being on it.
You're right. He might want to reconsider his career and admit he's a fictional writer.
You guys keep on coming back to me. You keep coming back to the show, and I thank you so much. So again, it's like paying a debt that you don't owe because it may not.
Yeah, it's a bunch of morons in this live chat.
And so just to show you another really, really wild example of how the media just keeps doing this, even disclosure is now being framed as potentially a negative. But what's interesting is that
I want to take a moment to thank Scooter the Pooter, who resubscribed on Kick. So thank you for that, Scooter the Pooter. Resubscribed on Kick. Praise the cash. Thank you, Scooter the Pooter.
Ra commands you to bow down and praise the cash.
All right. What is else? I don't know how much more of this. We're 40 minutes in, and I want to fucking check out already. Like
So this is a really interesting one.
So bad. I think it's so bad because he's like stretching the stupidest things because I think he calculates like I have to stay online for 4 hours because at about the 3.5 hour mark, people stop sending super chats. So I have to stay online for at least 3.5 hours. But he has nothing. He has literally absolutely nothing to talk about. After this, he starts repeating slides that he's used 4 or 5 shows already. You know, the sound slides. Sounds make these shapes, and these shapes make up the universe. He's using that again later in this stream. It's so bad.
Less worried about this than the other stuff, but it's funny anyway. It's fascinating to see these events unfolding because disclosure will be a huge game changer for humanity.
And here we see he has no shame. He told all of his audience that we were going to get disclosure by May of 2025 and that everybody had to give him $300 for his books to help prepare them for the coming disclosure. And it was coming by May of 2025. And here he is. Disclosure will be a huge game changer for humanity. When? You said it happened last May. You bad fake prophet, fake psychic moron.
If it ever actually does happen. And I believe it will. So the mainstream media is now out there warning that, oh my God, we could have a financial collapse if we are told the truth about extraterrestrial life in the universe. This was on DTV. It says the Bank of England urged for a plan to plan for a financial crisis, which would be triggered by the official announcement of the existence of extraterrestrials, and they want to put contingencies in place to prevent a collapse. Well, what if it was done by insiders? What if they decide to sell and use this as an excuse? So yes, add this to your list of things to worry about. But this is, again,
insiders, like your fake insiders, like your fake Secret Space Corey Good insider, like your Bill Brockbrader, your court-martial child predator insider.
Disclosure, I think, is really going to be humanity's epic wake-up call, the childhood's end. Very positive event. Charlie Winter says, stay balanced. I agree. The aliens took all of our money, says Paul Can. And Gene Novacek says, that is so funny. All right, so let's dig into this. This is actually real. It just popped up yesterday. So this is very current news, January 16th, Friday. Yesterday when I made the
sources that he used.
Bank of England must plan for financial crisis sparked by, they don't like that word, we'll call them extraterrestrials, but they said aliens.
Is this the Chinese? I think this might be the Chinese cult.
And then we've even got this kind of humorous image where you know, the Bank of England's mascot, I guess is what that is being levitated up into the air by a UFO.
Oh,
Little green man. So they're still kind of making light of it, but the point is they're, the same time they're trying to, you know, sweeten it with honey, they're still making it scary as well. David, you know that disclosure will bring both positive and negative effects because it's all one. Don't be dualistic. Hegel has your brain. I don't disagree with that. And Aurora Futura was one of the ones who actually wrote comments right at the beginning.
He's a cheap evangelist.
Anyway, wow, we're up to 2,400 viewers now. The audience is here. This is our new
2,400 viewers.
midpoint, and I'm happy for that. So
2,400 viewers. Remember when you were getting 30,000 or 50,000 live viewers? Wilcock, remember when you got 500,000 views for each video? Now you're barely scraping 30,000 views.
Yep, lots of good things going on. Okay, so here it is. This is from thetimes.com. The Bank of England must plan for financial crisis, which would come about from an official announcement
That's
about
like World Weekly
extraterrestrials
News
being real,
England.
according to a former policy expert.
In other words, it's a trash.
Right off the bat, we're seeing this bias towards fear, negativity.
He usually uses
like,
trash sources.
why can't we just think that it would be good? Well, because, you know,
Noka with one for the goal. Thank you, Noka, for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much, much appreciated. Ra has commanded Noka to be a channel member, and Ra has commanded Noka to throw one in for the goal and hear the call of the goal. Praise Ra Almighty, and thank you, Noka. Thank you for being a channel member, and thank you for the one for the goal. Praise the cash, Noka. Thank you.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Noka. And this is a good observation. Srad is surprised that David Wilcock doesn't have his own crypto to sell. That might be one of his upcoming scams. I wouldn't be surprised if he got into crypto or into NFTs or some other scammy shit, right? The aliens are love and light, right, David? Yes, love, light, and cucumbers for all. Everybody needs a yoni cleanse. David Wilcock uses the cucumber to cleanse his butthole from reptilian semen and gray semen.
might be, oh, somebody says Monty Python presents bankrupted
Yes.
by aliens. That's
David Wilcock's
funny.
altcoin. Yes.
Yeah, whatever happens, I'm okay
Or
with it.
meme
Well,
coins.
We're
Yep.
gonna be okay. The point is, this is because they're trying to pre-frame narratives. They're trying to give us, you know, they're trying to make us afraid. That's what the media is about. But this one is so lighthearted, I'm not really that worried about it. Anyway, Helen McCaw served as a senior analyst in financial security at the UK Central Bank, preparing for events that could impact the economy.
You're right. He's not
He has
smart
now
enough
written
do
to Andrew
crypto
Bailey,
scam.
the
He would've
governor
already
of the
done
bank,
it.
urging him to
I was thinking
organize
that myself.
contingencies
It's
for
funny.
the
Great minds
possibility
think
that the
alike.
White House may one day confirm we are not alone in the universe.
Yes,
Interesting, they're gonna
cockcoin.
blame it on the Americans. I think this is actually pretty funny. So it doesn't make me scared to read this.
David got burned buying hawk.
McCaw, a Cambridge graduate,
Did he?
believes
Or are you
there's some
just joking?
credibility. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty amazing.
It wasn't
A
surprising.
declaration of that magnitude could send shockwaves through the markets, triggering
Yes,
bank
he's trying to make a
collapses
comeback
and
now.
civil unrest.
Getting
I don't know. I
surgery
mean, most
and
people act like they
surgery
already
and
know, and
stuff.
it's no big deal.
With all that money
Until
she
recently,
scammed off of
suggestions
her
governments were
audience.
covering up the existence of this were limited to a small coterie of conspiracy
NFTs,
theorists
such
and UFO
scam
activists.
NFTs. Every
However, a
NFT
host,
thing was
this
a
is where it
scam.
gets interesting because they're talking about the new documentary, Age of Disclosure. Senior American officials, Secretary of State Marco Rubio,
Cucumber
Senator
coin.
from New York,
Here's a good
Kirsten
one.
Gillibrand,
Yeah.
former DNI James Clapper have recently indicated they
Yeah, Dr.
believe
Greer is the reptilian that
non-human
butt bangs
intelligent
Wilcock.
life.
Yeah.
Rubio, who's a close ally of the president, told the makers of the recently released documentary, quote, "We've had repeated instances of something operating
Yeah,
in
and Wilcock
airspace
doesn't even know that Rubio, in a subsequent interview, walked all that back. Bad sourcing. And that they edited him highly to make him sound like he was saying things he wasn't really saying or saying things he didn't really mean in that shitball documentary of slop.
over our restricted
But you know,
facilities."
Wilcock, if somebody agrees with his worldview, then that's a great source. Even if it was taken out of context, heavily edited and manipulated, and it's a bad quote, Wilcock will use it because he's a moron.
And it is not ours. Okay.
Yep, scumbags trying
Oh,
to
yes,
make a comeback. That's right.
Somebody said here, disclosure is more important than collapse. I totally agree. And Sunny Skies saying, please remember to be kind in the chat. I totally agree. Vicky Venus Astar is saying they act like Chicken Little, telling us the sky is falling.
Exactly.
That's really true.
You don't expect him to do 5 minutes
And
of research,
you know,
do you?
I'm not worried about
Guy only
that.
works
Just
4
to be
hours
honest
a
with you,
week.
It's not a big concern.
3 hours and 55 minutes a week is his limit
Shareholder
of
meeting
work.
email hasn't gone out yet. Okay, thank you for that. Charlie Winter, God isolates us before he elevates us to strengthen our resolve.
Yeah,
The
they
world is
dressed
not
up as
falling apart,
Dracos
it's
and
falling into
butt bang.
place.
They took turns butt
Hold your
banging
space
each
for
other.
peace, and I look forward to this show every week. Well,
Why
thank you
are
very
so
much.
many
That's really
UFO
nice.
guys closeted gay dudes? Can anybody answer that? There's awful lot of rumors about an awful lot of UFO guys that are closeted gay, right? Why, you know, disclosure is coming. You mean you're going to step out of the closet and disclose to everybody that you like cocks? Is that what you mean by disclosure? I think so.
So, anyway, yeah, life is good, man. Life is good because
They
we're
dressed up
not.
in those inflatable T-Rex costumes.
Let's wait to worry. You know, let's not get all into, oh my God, that could happen, that could happen, that bad thing could happen, that bad thing could happen. Let's just try to relax.
Here we go, therapy session.
And, you know, I think we're going to be
Self-soothing
okay. I think
dream.
this is all going to be okay. And that's why I'm here. If I believed that this was all really bad stuff, then I wouldn't be coming out
to your wiener.
to try to give you guys a positive message like this. So it's not ours. Whatever it is, that's what Rubio is saying. It is not ours. According to McCaw, former 10-year employee of the Bank of England, the United States government appears to be partway through a multi-year process.
Oh,
This
no,
is
they're
amazing,
not.
right? It's coming from the
They're not
top level
disclosing shit.
news out of the UK. They're actually preparing you that disclosure is really actually going to happen. I mean, this is stunning. A multi-year process to declassify and disclose information on the existence of technologically advanced
work
NHI,
ethic. I work 4 hours a week.
responsible for
He doesn't have a work
what they're
ethic.
calling again UAPs.
Yo, if I was him, I would be doing a live stream for 6 hours a day. I'd be collecting so many super chats from these morons in his audience. Yes, the real question is, can David Wilcock find thousands of new followers to fall for him, to fall for his scam the 11th time? That's right. I was using these PowerPoint fonts and backgrounds for presentations back in the 90s. Yeah, I don't understand how he must have an ancient version of PowerPoint, because everybody says that. I've never used that's not true. I have used PowerPoint at one of my corporate jobs. But I was bad at it. I would just make JPGs and drag them in, or PNGs. I wouldn't actually use the PowerPoint kind of system. But the boss I had would only accept PowerPoints I had to make presentations for a moron boss to make them look smart, right? For the higher ups. Everybody says that, though. It looks like his PowerPoint is from the 90s. And yes, Planetary Consciousness Project, he's just burned out, beat up, broken down, depressed. His streams are just a therapy session for himself now, right? Sam Corbin David believes his own lies. And Richard Warner says it's just amazing how he can still just ramble on about nonsense endlessly. Some call that the gift of gab. It's a skill, I guess, to some people.
You know, she probably knows more than
ramble bullshit for 4 hours at a time.
Information that we're not hearing.
I don't consider that a skill. Wilcock,
if the UAP proves to be of non-human origin, we may have to acknowledge the existence of a power or intelligence greater than any government. Oh, God forbid that we. Again, I think that's.
So we find some rag newspaper article in
really
England that talks about disclosure.
You know, can laugh about a little bit that they're worried about their power being undermined. They're worried about having some type
I would
of
be there every day collecting
authority
super chats from those morons if I was a scammer like him. He's too lazy to do it.
Us in ways
He's
that
too
they
lazy.
currently do not. Okay.
It is his one skill.
And with potentially unknown intentions. Well, there's the bias again. There's the fear going in. It is entirely possible that government leadership and their central banks have not been properly briefed on the topic.
Yeah, I think a child, Indigo Horizon says,
you know,
PowerPoint every day for online.
That doesn't mean that they don't know a lot. That doesn't mean
that
they're
not
ready to come forward with things as the time goes on.
You don't expect them to work for those thousands of dollars of super chats every show, do you?
I'm definitely ready for anything.
They all end up broken alone.
They're telegraphing disclosure. I think
broken alone. A lot of them commit suicide, or they have drug overdose.
Again, you know, like
to death.
when they're telling
Yes,
you these
the
kind of
grift is
things,
going
it's
away.
pre-framing, right?
We're watching it.
They're
It's
pre-framing a narrative.
losing
So
his
they will
audience
try to
bit by bit.
sell a
Look
bunch
at
of
his.
stock or something.
Anybody
that
can look at his
starts to
social
happen.
blade, and it looks like this.
But again, you know, the market does
Just
not
a line
necessarily
going
do what they
down.
want it to do. They might try to nudge
look at
things.
his
They might try
history.
to create certain outcomes. It doesn't necessarily mean
He's ready for
they're gonna get what
anything
they really
except
want.
getting
So
a
I just want to
job.
make that clear.
He's not ready to
Okay.
get a job. Look, I wore my Angel shirt today just for David
UAP
Wilcock.
disclosure is likely to induce
I
ontological
got
shock.
angel
Thank you.
wings.
I don't know if anybody said ontological
The
shock
Archangel
before
Michael
me. I
told
think
me
I
to tell
kind
you
of
all. David
introduced
Wilcock
that
is a
term into the
scammer.
zeitgeist.
There's another
I
hair
heard
check.
from
Gotta
college
check the
philosophy
bald
class.
spot.
I'm really happy to see it being used. And it might provoke psychological responses.
Yeah, he's going to do it
material
eventually. Steve
consequences.
Mack is asking, is
If
David
there
going to
is an
throw
official
Corey under the
announcement
bus?
and we get
Because David
presented
is the
with very
architect
clear
of the
evidence
whole
that nobody is
space
going to
shite.
dispute, I would
Yeah.
say within a matter of hours, you're
Ready
going to
for
have total
everything,
financial
anything, but
instability.
he can't figure out how to start his own generator. That's right.
I mean, maybe not. You know,
Luscious
is
hair.
everybody
What's
just
left
gonna
of
go,
it,
oh my
Fred.
God, there's, you know, little green men. I better take all my money out of the bank. And I better do it right now because everybody else is going to do it if I don't. Because, oh my God, you know, what if they're all of a sudden going to?
Yeah, there's plenty of other stuff to make fun of Ross
for a long
Feinstein.
time.
I don't have to make fun of his looks,
Nothing
but it's
new.
funny
That's why
that
I'm
he
not
keeps checking
afraid
his
to
hair,
do
putting on makeup. It's pretty.
Okay, somebody said clever, man. Thank you for helping me.
Let's just
understand
say it's
everything.
pretty
Thank you,
gay
David.
adjacent.
Oops. Beverly Adams just donated $50. That's pretty cool. She says in August 2015,
He's ready for
a group of us
anything except
simultaneously
this
meditated globally.
trolling him on his
CERN was going
screen.
to fire up. It was hit by lightning twice in the 15-minute period and went down.
Ontological shock. Does he even know what that means? No, it's a UFO.
It's pretty cool.
Now,
Pretty
nobody
cool.
knows what that means.
Anyway, so
yeah, he was on
lots of
TV
stuff
for
is
years
going
being
on
wrong
here.
about
I don't know
everything.
why there's this
He was
whole thing
wrong
going on in the
about
comments.
everything.
That's okay.
He was wrong about ancient astronaut theory. He was wrong about disclosure.
Financial
He was wrong
instability.
about
Really?
his
You think
angel
so? I don't
scam.
think
He was
so.
wrong about his anti-gravity
Anyway,
scam. Wrong
banks
about
start
his
failing, the payment
scam,
system will collapse.
wrong
You'll
about
have
his
rioting in the
Peterson
streets because
scam,
people
wrong
can't
about
fill
his
their cars up with fuel
scam.
or
He
buy
was
food.
wrong
and
about
so on.
everything.
Well,
Who cares if you're on TV if you're wrong about everything?
Let's not worry about something that
He was
hasn't
wrong
happened.
about Ascension in
That's our difference.
2000, wrong about
Even
Ascension
if
in
you feel it's
2012,
very
wrong about
unlikely, she
Ascension in
says, it's
2025.
madness not to consider it and plan accordingly.
He is
And she
feckless.
was also saying that, you know, people might want to buy Bitcoin, they might want to buy gold, they might want
Still
to
got
put all
those
money into
Bugs
these
Bunny teeth, though.
hedges
Yeah,
and
his
pull their
teeth
money
are
out
as
of the
fake
bank
as
and
his stories.
I don't know. It sounds like a stretch to me. They think we are stupid sheep. That's what Rio Dragon said.
Yep, Corey hanged him out to dry, and he didn't turn on Corey. He's afraid of Corey. Corey has something on him.
I don't know what that's going on.
He's
Lots
afraid of
interesting
Corey,
stuff that
in my
people are saying.
opinion. He is wrong about everything.
In the comments, but we're not going to comment on that stuff. So silver is going crazy, says Ray Burt. That's true.
All he talks about is his crappy life. Provides no important or
disclosure
useful
may actually
information.
be a great comfort to humanity. That is something that could really happen here. We might really. And Donald Barker just donated.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you very
one of
much,
Davey's mods, right?
Been with you over a decade. Really enjoy listening to your books in the
Think
Audible.
about what he could accomplish if not for the wind.
Thank you for all
a
you've
Wilcock
done.
fan is in chat.
You,
Yeah, you're in the
Donald,
wrong chat, moron.
Really appreciate it.
Go back to his chat. Send him some money, you fucking moron.
Yes, Tizzy
so he can live a millionaire's lifestyle while you struggle. And all he gives you is
bringing the
scope
goods to
and
you
fake
guys.
stories.
And
moron.
you know, it's your donations and everything are keeping me going. I had a
Corey knows he is gay. Yeah, and we'll confirm that. Yeah.
Nice time actually this past month. So things are good.
Wilcock, you sold
glad
all
that
your
you guys
silver
are here.
for nothing.
You're keeping me going right now.
That's right. I'll check in with the
A lot
kid
of work
chat
with this
once
show on,
again.
believe me.
No, we're all
So I think disclosure could actually be a
some
great
kind of
comfort for us
activity
because
piece.
now we
Make
find
you
out
weird
we're
and
not alone in the
steal
universe.
Crabs and
Another
Scooter
thing,
the Scooter
one
for
of the
being
points I
kick
keep
supporters
stressing
tonight.
over and over
Thank you
again
very
is
much.
that
We need all
religious
the kick
historic
support we
events
can
now
get.
take on greater significance because every culture seems to have
Yeah, I mean, the first couple episodes were entertaining. Then they ran out of any decent material and just got into ridiculousness like George Washington and Alien tonight on Ancient Alien.
Everybody's been watching that. A lot of people have watched that show, and you get tons and tons of interesting insights into who's who in the zoo. You know, who's out there and what is in the universe and what do we have to look forward to if these people who built pyramids and stuff are still around.
Humans built pyramids.
Bring anything with you. Use building materials that are local. If you have anti-gravity, you can levitate huge blocks of stone.
There's no proof that ancient
magnificent
Egyptians
structures
had
that will stand
anti-gravity.
the test of time. And you know, they're not gonna disappear on you anytime soon. Why not build it out of stone? If you can levitate the stone, let's go for it. Now you've got a very, very sturdy building.
Yeah.
You could build these pyramids.
Listen, you moron. How do I attack him? Are you aware that he told everybody I stole money out of his bank account? I haven't been arrested for that. Do you know why? Because it's a lie. Are you aware that he told everybody I'm a Satan-worshiping child predator? But you're saying I'm attacking him and he's just praying for me. Are you retarded? Are you literally retarded? Because that's the only excuse for what you just said. Are you aware that he told everybody I'm a Satan-worshiping child predator? I have children of my own and a wife. You don't say things like that about somebody in public without evidence, but he did. Are you aware he told everybody I got him swatted? Have you seen the body cam footage? He was never swatted. Don't tell me he's praying for me. I'm praying for him. I'm praying for him to get a real job and stop scamming people every day of his goddamn life. That's what I'm praying for. Tell me he holds space for you. He's praying for you. How is he praying for me, telling people I'm a child predator? I'm a Satan worshiper. I'm a thief who stole $7,000 from his bank account, that I've been reported to the police. You know all of that is fake, right? It's all fake. I checked with my local police. I checked with his local police. There's no reports. I've never been reported to the police. He said the Philadelphia police were going to arrest me. What was it, last year he said that? Don't tell me he's praying for me. You're in the wrong chat. I'm praying for the destruction of his grift. I'm praying that he won't be able to take advantage of vulnerable, stupid people anymore. Stupid people like you. Oh, he's praying for you. Was he praying for me when he did all those things to damage my reputation? Because I have exposed scam after scam after scam of David Wilcock. Yeah, remember the time I swatted him? Yes. Unlike David, Steven has receipts. I have receipts for everything I say. Yeah. David Wilcock has nothing but fake stories. I still can't believe he told everybody I got him swatted. Then we see the actual swatting footage. Two fat old ladies left a card on his door. He called that swatting, right? Yeah, and Macario Mend, he put Macario Mend's name out there and said the same thing, that Macario Mend was a child predator. He's not praying for people. He's trying to turn people against us because we're exposing his scams. Did you know that he scammed everybody with the Pete Peterson $60,000 GoFundMe scam? What about the Emery Smith $50,000 PayPal donation scam? What about the Corey Good scam that netted him, by some accounts, millions of dollars? That was all a scam. Corey admitted under oath that the stories were fake. They sold them as true stories. That was a scam. Come in my live chat and tell me a scammer's praying for me, right? That swatting was brutal. I would be scared to death if animal control would politely knock on my door. Yeah. Yeah, the Stavati hover car, that was a scam as well. It's got nothing but scams, right? Yes, we're all members of Steve's cult. That is right. David Wilcock's got his. I guess I have mine, right? But unlike Corey Good or David Wilcock's cult, we believe in free speech here. So we'll let a moron come in our live chat and defend the many and various scams of David Wilcock. I don't censor. You can come here and support David Wilcock. I might address your stupidity and your mental deficiency or mental retardation by supporting a guy who's provably scammed his audience how many times? Hey, Mr. Supporter, did you know he scammed his whole audience leading up to the year 2000 saying Ascension was coming and taking money from them? Did you know he did that again in the year 2012, telling everybody Ascension was coming and you got to buy my book to prepare for Ascension, and he scammed everybody? No Ascension came. Did you know that he scammed everybody again in 2025 telling them Ascension was coming and you got to buy my $333 bunch of nonsense? How many times do we have to prove that he's a scammer before people stop defending this disgusting, despicable jerk-off that's making a living lying to people? Wilcock is free to prove anything he says with, evidence. Yeah, that'll never happen. David plagiarized all of his books. Do your research before drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, it's a pile on now. Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't a good look setting timelines like that. I agree with that much. Well, he did it 3 times, and each time he took money from people. You don't think that's scammy or scummy? Shouldn't he have to give the money back? I think he should have to give the money back every time that he provably scams people. And again, you have to do some research before you come in here and defend him. We have extensively covered a multitude of David Wilcock scams with receipts. Oh, and there was this charity scam. Did you know that? He collected hundreds of thousands of dollars in charitable donations, and then he spent that money on himself, and then admitted that he used the money from the charitable donations to do for-profit streams, which is completely and totally illegal. Did you know that? Even his former producer says that he is a scammer. Here you go. This one's for you, David Wilcock supporter.
Ha ha! Steven had your old boss on your show. Suffer, bitch!
Winter says Steven had your old boss on his show last week, David. That's great.
Because you need help. Somebody who loves David needs to come in and help him. And David, you need to stay away from Corey Good.
That's great. That's actually exactly what we want. Please do that again and do more of it. Please do that again.
Even after the spectacular Corey Good admission that he made all those stories up, David Wilcock still goes and does an appearance with him live.
Yep. How could you do that?
Anyway, yeah, you're gonna.
I had his old boss on my show who agrees with me that David Wilcock is conning everybody. He's not talking to angels. He doesn't have secret sacred prophecies. He's a liar and a con artist and is losing his goddamn mind.
We're comparing it.
All right, that's enough of that. Even his former producer and boss says that he agrees with me. So, a clockwork shining. Yeah. Charlie Charles says, thank you, sir. Can I have another? I was trying to find the bumper where he admits to scamming everybody with the charity, but I don't think I have it on this deck. It's on another. It's on my other software that we were using for a time, unfortunately. I got to drag that one out. And then there was the swatting claims, of course.
But there is a very important reason why I'm doing this, because I got swatted by our dear friend Steven. This was the business card that was left on my door on Tuesday, and he then took public credit for swatting me on Wednesday with the police. That's right. This person who has been stalking me for at least 7 years that we know of escalated to the point of actually calling in a police hit on me to try to say that I was abusing my dog. And he wrote 2 different emails to them, which is all going to be in the investigation they're doing that's done on Monday. I did get swatted, and I never expected this to happen, is that this turned into the most dramatic escalation of stalking and threatening behavior from a particular person that I've ever had in my whole career. He clearly wants me to be destroyed. That was one of the terms that one of the police used. He wants to destroy you. I'm like, yeah, that's true. In essence, what's happened is that we've had this very intense invasion of my freedom and privacy, this person who wants me to feel bad, this person who is trying to hurt me. Steven wrote 2 letters under pseudonyms to the police here in Boulder, which is, again, a serious crime. I mean, the police are very, very angry about this. They are not happy about this. They do not appreciate people calling in false claims like this. I told them, I don't know what this guy is capable of doing if he tries to call in a SWAT on me. So the SWAT team supervisor has assured me that they're not going to do any SWATs on my house. They know if anybody calls in with David Wilcock stuff to be very, very suspicious of it. Plus, I don't have anybody here. Somebody will call in, say, oh my God, there's violence. And what they're trying to do is to get a SWAT team to show up at your house, and they have their guns drawn, and it could be AR-15s or something like this. They could have body armor on, helmets, and riot gear. And they pound on your door. They might even break the door open, and they put you at gunpoint because they think that you're killing somebody inside the house. And I was so busy with what happened with this guy calling in a fake SWAT on me and trying to say I was abusing my dog that I wasn't even involved in this stuff. So thankfully I didn't post anything about this. So I got to be very careful when I post because, again, this guy is attacking me with like 40 aliases a week. We now have hired a team and then 2 individuals
So I don't even know how many people are on the team. I think there's like 8 people on the team. So there's like a total of 10 people involved in stopping this one guy from bombarding my Twitter page with constant amounts of very, very vicious attack. But for him to escalate to the point of calling the police on me, he's actually now gotten himself in way more trouble. And it's much easier now for the police to cooperate with me to make sure that I'm safe. The crop circle directly tied back in with this business card that ended up on my front door thanks to getting swatted, which again...
He was never swatted. We proved he was never swatted. We proved that I wasn't the one that wrote the letters to animal control. We proved that Mr. Wilcock lied to his entire audience claiming he was swatted. He was never swatted. We had the body cam footage. And you notice there he lied and said he talked to the SWAT team commander. Well, no, he didn't, because I talked to the head of the police there. He never spoke to that person that he claimed. They don't even have that. It's so stupid. Absolutely so stupid. Trolly troll troll with one for the goal. Rally around the flag, boys and girls. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Trolly troll troll is one of the longest, oldest supporters here on True Seekers, and we appreciate his continued support of the show. It is much, much appreciated. So thank you, Trolly troll troll, and praise the cash.
Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Okay, well, I just don't understand why you're telling me he's praying for me. Was he praying for me when he made all those false accusations that I got him swatted? Was he praying for me when he claimed I stole money out of his bank account? Was he praying for me when he said I was a child predator? You know, there's a thing called karma in the world, and David Wilcock is going to experience it now. He is experiencing it now. His entire scam is falling apart, and I predict that he's going to lose his home. He's going to be broke and desperate in the coming months. That's my prediction. So then you have no excuse, right? Yeah, well, then do some research. You can go to our main page, and in the search bar, just put in David Wilcock swatting or whatever, David Wilcock scam, and you can see that we have busted a multitude of his scams. People said you were sick in his chat, and his first response was, well, you know, I hold no hatred. Let's pray for him. Okay, so he said that, yeah, while I was in the hospital, while his former scamming partner was trying to destroy my YouTube channel at the same time, right? Did you know that? That Corey Good was also at the same time that was happening, trying to destroy my YouTube channel and take advantage of the fact that I was hospitalized, having brain surgery? You know, it sounds to me like you got a portion of the story that you want to believe. And I get it. People want to go, oh, no, not David Wilcock. He can't be a scumbag. It takes a scumbag to accuse another man of all those things I mentioned with no evidence, no proof, especially claiming I'm a child predator. Did you know he did that? I have children of my own. You can't do that to another man with no evidence, but he did that. And the whole reason he did all of this and lying about me, getting him swatted, lying about me, stealing money from his bank account is he's trying to fool people like you into going, oh, that stuff that guy says about David Wilcock, it's not true. He's a bad person. No, I'm not. I'm the good guy here. I am the good guy here who's exposing a scammer. And if you want to support a scammer, go ahead. But I'm not going to coddle you. And yes, he did say, oh, I'll pray for him or something like that. Like, okay, after you called me a child predator, you're going to pray for me? After you accused me of being a thief and a criminal, that I was getting arrested, now you're going to pray for me because I'm in the hospital? He did that to look good in front of his new age nutter audience. That's the only reason he did that. And what about threatening to sue me? Did you know he did that? Threatened to sue me? He said he was going to sue me into oblivion and take my house and all this shit. Urban Terra is here with a big one for the goal. And thank you, Urban Terra, for being a YouTube channel member. And thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. A big $20 super chat and says, I've missed the past few shows, but here's a kick in for the hat. Keep up the good work, Stephen. I've missed the past few shows, but here's the kick in for the hat. Keep up the good work, Stephen. Did you mean to print that out twice? I appreciate your kindness, generosity, and your support of the show. It is much, much appreciated. And Ra thanks you as well, Urban Terror.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash.
Yeah, there's certain people, I agree. Macario Mendes here and says, he's someone who will never change their mind. They are lost and a waste of time. No proof would be enough. Yeah. Okay, well, am I supposed to just forgive him for all those things that he said about me falsely, trying to damage my reputation, destroy my reputation in my own community? You know, I have neighbors that watch my show. I have people in the town I live in that watch my show. And David Wilcock is telling everybody that I'm an evil, Satan-worshiping child predator. I'm just supposed to forgive him because once he said he would pray for me while I was in the hospital, while his one-time scamming partner, Corey Good, was trying to destroy my entire company and my income and my YouTube channel at the very same time. I think that was coordinated, and I'm free to think that. He also said it's just so brainless followers will say, oh, look how good he is. That's exactly why he said it. Yeah, he said we're all going to hell. Yeah. Oh, he's going to pray for me, but he also said we're all going to hell, Ross, or whatever your name is. All right, let's continue with the Feltoning.
When you didn't even come from here.
Oh, but you know what, Ross? Here's the difference between David Wilcock and me. I believe in free speech, and you're allowed to come here and say anything you want about me, about David Wilcock, or anything. Why does David Wilcock not allow critical or hard questions about his previous scams and ripping off his audience in his live chat? He doesn't believe in free speech. You're supporting a cult leader. You know who has to limit the information people are allowed to get? Cult leaders do that. People with nothing to hide don't need to hire 10 people to sanitize their chat, their Twitter, and their YouTube comments of negative comments. People who are doing nothing wrong don't need to do that. Cult leaders need to do that to stop their audiences from knowing the truth about them. What work? What work? His secret space scam? His anti-gravity hover car scam? What are we going to talk about? His Pete Peterson $60,000 GoFundMe scam? His Angel $333 scam where he scammed everybody out of $333? I'm just fascinated that anybody's defending this guy who has provably been caught scamming his audience so many times it's ridiculous. And I wouldn't waste my airtime. What kind of conversation are we going to have? You're convinced he didn't? I'll do that, but only if you're willing to talk about all the scams and how scammy and scummy it is. Send him a link. Well, yeah, we don't have to save that for another time. We're already 2 hours and 12 minutes in, right? Yeah. You guys are still doing it. Yeah. He's a cult leader who's losing traction, says Steve Mack. Yeah. His books contain internet links to dead websites. Yeah. Well, you can always email me at truthseekershow@gmail.com. And maybe if I'm having a slow week, that would be a funny, I'll admit that'll be a funny conversation. You could come on and try to defend David Wilcock, and I will recollect up all the evidence of all of his scams, and we'll go through all of his scams one by one, and you can try to defend him, right? And people often get the email address wrong. It's truthseekershow@gmail.com. One truth seeker and then the word show, but all one word, @gmail.com. But like I said, the big difference is David Wilcock willing to have one of my supporters on his show and debate him? No, he would never do that. Because any one of my supporters who is very well educated on David Wilcock's scam would rip him to shreds And he knows that. He could never do that. I can do that. I can have one of David Wilcock supporters here and have a calm, rational conversation, right? Yeah, welcome to Truth Seekers. We have receipts. That's the other difference. Where's David Wilcock's evidence? Like when he said, I got him swatted. We showed the evidence that he lied to everybody. And you're in here defending him lying about being swatted. It's so ridiculous. He's such a childish bitch, Wilcock. It's easy to make many bullshit claims with scientific references. You don't need to be smart to be able to pull it off. Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe I'll be willing to do that, right? David's work makes no sense, so you really can't talk about it. Exactly. Yeah, we use Ross to get him to what? Yeah, maybe we should do a show called Stephen Cambion Deprograms You, right? Where I deprogram one of these former cult members or current cult members of their bullshit ideas about that person, right? So what work? What work? It's not work, it's scams. What are we gonna talk about? The secret space scam? Are we going to talk about the angel scam, the anti-gravity scam, the Daniel Brinkley is dying soon scam, the Pete Peterson GoFundMe scam? I have receipts for all of it. The Emery Smith PayPal donation scam. This isn't work. It's David Wilcock scams. The David Wilcock charity scam where he collected hundreds of thousands of dollars. And all right, you're derailing my show. We were going to wrap things up soon, so I'm going to continue to do that.
And I think that's incredible. Free Fly Cam donated $50 and says, thank you for all you do, David. Have a bison.
Another moron giving him $50 for a bison steak. Look at that.
It's really, really great. Thank you very much. So, yes.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Do you know if you put his books into a plagiarism checker, they come back 50% copied and pasted? And what are his sources? You know, he uses fake Russian scientists that aren't even scientists, but he claims they're scientists. The pyramid power. Do you know the pyramid power? That's all fake. It's all been debunked. I don't care if he has 4 books full of fake sources and bullshit. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about fake science.
After your name, that's one of the things that everybody's finding out.
I think that you have a long way to go before you're even ready to talk to me. Because you're accepting his fake science. It's fake. It's all fake pseudoscience, and I can prove it to you.
Some type of thing where people want to get money out of the bank? Yeah, it's possible.
He uses fake Russian scientists, people who are quacks that pretend to be scientists that aren't even scientists. That's what he's using as sources for some of his nonsense. Technically, he has 11 books to somebody, right? The Law of Dumb, yeah.
Is it going to ruin the economy? Is it going to cause this huge collapse? No, I don't think so. And maybe they're also trying to do that.
Yeah, I heard 65% plagiarizing on average per book. Yeah, so he just copies and pastes those books. It's not even his work.
I do not want you to consider the good parts of the story because everybody seems to always
his research is fake. No, he didn't write the Law of One. He just scammed off of it for years. Yeah,
it's no big deal. So please know you are appreciated, says Qualaya. Thank you very much.
Again, let's read positive comments.
We all do have an
delete on anybody asking questions.
Keeping your harmony intact.
I still am amazed. Like, this guy literally just spent 2 years. David Wilcock verifiably just spent 2 years scamming everybody, claiming that he was in contact with the Archangel Michael, and Archangel Michael was telling him that disclosure was coming and ascension was coming, and David Wilcock stole $333 from every moron he could in his audience. And you're defending that? Because guess what? Disclosure didn't come, and neither did his wife. And mass arrests didn't come, and neither did his wife. And open extraterrestrial ET contact and disclosure didn't come by the time he said. And he took money from people for years leading up to May 2025 when it didn't happen. And you're defending that? Like, how do you defend that? Well, it's okay that he just scammed people a little bit because some of his stuff is good. It's just okay that he scammed people how many times, right? You're a monk and a llama. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then no, you're not coming on my show and spouting bullshit. Because you don't even like. No offense, but what kind of a monk is okay with a new age person scamming their audience over and over again? What kind of a llama is like, well, some of his work is good. It doesn't matter that he scammed his audience like 27 times for ascension that never came. Some of his work is good. What work is good? Was it good when he was scamming everybody out of charitable donations and he spent all the money on himself? Was that good? No spiritual person would defend what David Wilcock does. You're not a llama. You're not a monk. You're a fraud. Get out of my live chat. We wasted enough time on this asshole.
Aspect of making it through these times, because
yes, all his predictions came true in the parallel universe.
Universal energy, and that gives you the power to transform your entire life.
Dagny Taggart is a superhero and a wizard.
What I'm saying is that being harmonious is physics. One of the things that we discuss on this show repeatedly is sacred science and new physics. And boy, have we got some new physics this week. In fact, right as I dumped water into my laptop, it was to write down a note for something that has become a cornerstone of this week's show. The idea of photons not only coming out of the brain, but coming out of the
he didn't mean llama. He meant
well.
He's lame. Tales of the
So
Sonic Voyage is here.
Now,
Now it's a party. Tales of the Sonic Voyage is in the house. Welcome, Tales of the Sonic Voyage.
Are actually emanating in the form of photons, and photons themselves
Jewish name claiming to be a monk, a llama.
It's a really, really fascinating discussion that cannot be constrained to 1 week of time. In fact, the whole pyramid discussion.
Oh, insults. Yeah, I gotta wonder if you're retarded. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just wondering if you're retarded. I'm honestly wondering if you're retarded.
Every week,
because I kind of feel like only a retarded person would defend this guy at this point.
It's not going to be a fun week.
That's my personal belief.
Let's just get this going. Last week we discussed some incredible new information.
New data. Okay? Yeah, he doesn't have any data.
And this all comes out of the idea that the universe is manifesting matter, energy, time,
and here this is all repeated. This is what I'm saying. He's on repeat.
Background of the universe
he's used these slides 5 times in the past few years.
Space-time
over and over again.
Or you could call it
stuck in a loop
like Einstein did, just by itself. You can call it dark energy, dark matter. We've heard those terms. The vacuum, the plenum.
Generally, the llamas and monks are from different,
0-point energy is another term for it. There's lots of different names for this idea.
One time, David saved Trump by moving the bullet.
The idea that if you're a fish and you're in water,
and this guy is defending a guy who told his followers that the Archangel Michael told him to take baths in his own piss to get superpowers. And then he used those superpowers that he got from the piss baths to move the bullet out of Trump's way so it wouldn't kill him. This is what he's defending. Like, come on, man. It is ridiculous.
You really know that there's water there? No. The fish doesn't ever think about the fact that it's not in water until it goes out of the water and has to try to breathe air. Oh, yeah, Judy Booth donated. Thank you very much. And she says the powers that be, or I would say the powers that were.
Yes, David is definitely out of ideas.
Free technology disclosure could bring. You are always in my prayers. Thank you very, very much.
The universe is fluid. So insightful.
It's a
such practical wisdom.
To be alive, to say the least. We've got so many interesting things happening.
Yes, there's stem cells in urine. Try drinking some, Ross.
They're pre-framing it, man. So with disclosure comes the possibility that our physics...
This guy has no shame. He's still talking about disclosure is coming. And he just forgets to mention that he said disclosure already came in May of 2025, but then nothing happened, right?
He's wrong. The science is wrong. That Einstein was right about the idea of a space-time medium of some kind. He said you're moving through space and time simultaneously.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath.
Moving near light speed is time travel. You're actually going to move faster.
We have panel shows. You can come on a panel show. That's what I'll say. Isn't it? I tell that to a lot of people who are like, I want to come on the show. I'm not dedicating 2 hours of my life to somebody I don't know. But we do have open panel shows where anybody can join. So if you want to join a panel show and defend David Wilcock, but good luck, because there's going to be the rest of the panel is going to be people that don't like David Wilcock and think he's a scumbag grifter that he is. but you can come on an open panel show. Anybody's allowed to join the open panel show, and anybody's allowed to talk on an open panel show. But I'm not dedicating a whole show to somebody that's, going to defend David Wilcock to me for 2 hours, no matter what I show them.
See you from PEI Canada. Hi to all my American brothers.
Anime Chris says, anyone who claims that one of God's right-hand
All right.
angels gave
Thank
him
you very
false
much.
visions
Thank you,
with
Booth,
fake
once again for the
superpowers is a
donation.
false prophet and a scumbag. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to stop the video. We're going to read that again. Thank you, Anime Chris, for being a member and for One for the Goal. Anime Chris says, anyone who claims that one of God's right-hand angels gave him false visions and fake superpowers is a false prophet and a scumbag. True, 100% true, right? Well, I don't know. We're going to do a date. We're going to do a Corey Good panel this Saturday night, but that's only on Kick. Thank you, Anime Chris, for your kindness, generosity, and continued support of the show. It is much, much appreciated. So thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of the show.
Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Anime Chris. I love his avatar. Is that supposed to be Thawne? I'm just curious, Anime Chris. Is that supposed to be Thawne from Star Wars, or is that someone else that I'm not familiar with? And pardon me if it's totally not Thawne. I'm visually impaired, remember? And thank you. Elaine Walls, when all else fails, pretend you have an angel as your bestie. Monks live in monasteries, so how can you be a monk? Oh, the story's falling apart already. That's not how it works. A monk with $1 million house. Yeah. Oh, it is supposed to be Thrawn. Okay. I said Thrawn. Thrawn. Did you like the Thrawn in that latest Star Wars? What was he in? That girl Jedi? Did you like that? I thought that was very well done. Just my take. I've always wanted to see Thrawn in live action. I used to read the Star Wars Expanded Universe, or whatever you call it, all the books, like Shadows of the Empire and that kind of stuff. Expand your wallet, Pay Pig. David needs a second house. Exactly. We need more Kerry Cassidy. That's funny. I was just looking through her channel today trying to find some stuff. I think we're going to do the Pete Peterson interview again. I think we've already done it, right? The Thrawn books are a good read. David can get new material from them. Yes. David is planning to go on a wackadoo cruise. Yes, he does. He needs to study the Bible if you think this hypocrite had a visit from an archangel. Yeah, because that makes sense. All the archangels help New Age scammers scam people, right?
And let's see how we're doing.
That sounds exactly like
things are
something
good.
an
We're already up to
archangel would
almost
do.
$1,000 of donations. That's great. Russian says, thank you for helping us and guiding our knowledge and thoughts in terms of extraterrestrial technology, astronomy, the universe.
Don't give him
Things that really
ideas.
matter and refer to our times. Thank you. So yes, let's talk about this universal.
Exactly.
medium.
Studying a
This is really
path
big
does
deal.
not allow one to
That the
self-title.
universe manifests out of a fluid-like medium, and as we said from the Law of One last week, I'm not going to do all that again. Everything in the universe is built out of photons, and the photon, in turn, is actually a
I like those
manifestation
books.
of harmonic geometry. This week's topic again is harmony, keeping
TIE
harmony.
Fighter games on PC. I
So isn't
remember.
that interesting?
Remember
Right?
X-Wing versus TIE Fighter?
We
I still
mentioned
have a
the word
copy. It's
harmony,
on my
and it has to
shelves
do with love,
downstairs.
and it has to do with
I have a copy of
positivity, all these
X-Wing, a
coping
copy of TIE
mechanisms
Fighter, and
that
the
are so
combined one.
important for today's world.
I love that shit back in the day. Sound Blaster and VGA. Gotta love it.
When we're living in harmony, we are actually exciting the informational field, as Pete Peterson talked about. Somebody was mentioning him right there.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's
this
mentioning
creates
his
geometry.
fake insider, Pete Peterson.
So I'm going to have to review a little bit for you guys, because again, if you haven't seen the show before, I don't want you to get lost like you wandered into calculus class, but it'll be quick.
It won't
So
be
the
quick.
manifestation of harmonic geometry.
All right, we're getting into his
indicates-
fake pseudoscience. I think we're going to call it there. Oh, DOS. Remember DOS? I still have DOSBox on my Linux PC and my Windows PC. And I still occasionally play some old DOS games like Star Control or Prince of Persia or the old Civilization games or old DOS SimCity games. Yeah, and I kind of missed most of the DOS games because I was busy running a BBS and my computer was always up running the BBS, so I didn't get to play many of the DOS games. I caught up years later. If David was enlightened, he wouldn't be charging people anything. Yeah, you're right. So I was just checking in with the goal. We didn't hit it tonight. We're at 15 of 20. So no overtime, but that's kind of fine. I'm kind of beat up and spent. I had my kids all day today due to the snow, and tomorrow I'm going to have my kids all day. And it's been a pretty rough couple of days around here, but I won't cry about it like David Wilcock. It's winter, you know. You're going to get snow. Things are going to kind of get in the way, you know. And I have to say that, like, doing a show on a day that I have my kids all day from 8 a.m. till my wife gets home around 6 or 7. She gets home right before 7 sometimes, and then I got to rush to do the show. And my younger son is not difficult at all. He kind of occupies himself. He did his virtual school today more or less by himself. I got him lunch and some things. But my older son, who's autistic, you got to really stay on top of him. Today he made like 4 or 5 messes. He got naked and got in the shower for a couple of times. And I get really beat up from a day of that. You know, it just depends. Some days he's fine and he's just easy. And then some days he has his sensory issues or he's in a bad mood and he's, you know, having meltdowns because he has trouble communicating, being nonverbal. There is a group that remade TIE Fighter with graphical mod called the TIE Fighter Total Conversion Project. What they have done with it is amazing. I want to see that. Yeah. I played TIE Fighter and X-Wing so much in my younger years. That was my go-to. I would constantly play it over and over and over again. And I beat every missions, and then they got the expansions, and I beat all those, and then I would just rerun them every once in a while. And you know what else I really liked, Anime Chris? I really liked Starfleet Dark Forces, maybe? And then, or Starfleet. Star Wars Dark Forces and Star Wars Jedi Academy. I really like Jedi Academy, and I really love the Old Republic games, too. I still, to this day, have never finished the Old Republic 2, but I finished 1, right? I played Star Wars Galaxies, and I was in there when the game world died, and I literally cried. I played so much Star Wars Galaxies, and I spent so long in there, and it made a lot of friends from all over the world, and then they shut the world down. But if anybody was really a big fan of Star Wars Galaxies, they're trying to reboot it now. Like, independent people are remaking it. But I haven't checked in with that project in a long, long time. I got it running and when they first started doing it, but it was just not the same, right? Tales of the Sonic Voyage. I've been snowed in and have been staying at a hotel behind work. Screw this damn snow. Yeah, I joked today. I checked in today. I think there's 50. Let me check on my Twitter. I posted how many days. I think there's only 52 days left there until Christmas, right? Or Christmas. 52 days. No, there's 51 days. Earlier today I posted, I have really had enough of winter. There's 51 days, 18 hours, 41 minutes, and 21 seconds till spring. So that's pretty good, right? Like 51 more days. I can handle anything for 51 days, right? Interesting. One moment, please. I'm just checking in here. So, yeah, Tales of the Sonic Voyage. Just hold on. 51 more days. It'll be warm out. I can't wait for spring. I'm going to finish a cabin at the Hideaway property, off-grid cabin, and I'm going to hopefully expand the main cabin and do some upgrades there. I'm doubling my woodshed to be twice the size it was. It's funny. I doubled that woodshed already, and now I'm doubling it again in the coming spring, right? How can anyone watch Truth Seekers for any amount of time and not know the truth rules that they hear? Right next to good humor. Thank you, Richard Warner. That's very kind of you. Wilcock is not going to make it 51 days. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny. Yes, they do run a bundle on Steam. You can also go to gog.com, and get them pretty cheap, piecemeal, like one at a time. I think you could get Star Wars TIE Fighter and Star Wars X-Wing for like $10 now. It's pretty cheap. I try to get my son to play him, but he lost interest real fast. Right now he's playing Battlefront on PlayStation. Yeah. I'd be okay with 51 days at the hotel. Yeah, as long as you don't have to go. Well, I only have to go outside for a little while every day. I got to get my kids off the school bus. Other than that, like I'm very blessed. My wife does everything. Like she does all the errands, she does all the shopping and shit. She uses her lunch at work because she gets an hour lunch, so she'll do whatever, go grocery shopping, run stuff to the tailor, the cleaner, what, all errands she does. I don't have to do anything. GOG is better, no DRM. I agree. I have a huge collection of games that I paid for on GOG. And one of the main reasons that I go to GOG is there's no copy protection, none. So if you buy a game on GOG, I can copy it to 100 different computers for the rest of my life and never worry about the copy protection and all that shit. Yeah. So I think we've done our due diligence. I'm going to drop my banner. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I'm hoping that I am. Got some more good news. There's a show called Incredible History, or a channel called Incredible History. And one second. Oh yeah, Macario has just shared with Macario just shared with me the clip where David Wilcock admits that he used charitable donations to sponsor his for-profit show, and he used the equipment that he bought from his charity to do for-profit streams. Thank you, Macario. Here's David Wilcock admitting to illegally using equipment, software, and resources purchased with charitable donations for his charity that he then turned around and used for his for-profit streams.
This is David Wilcock and Elizabeth Wilcock. This was sponsored by our foundation, the Wilcock Spiritual Healing Foundation, which financed much of the equipment that you're now seeing and that we're using. So this is a good way for us to use our nonprofit to give something back.
He's not giving anything back. He's stealing. You're not supposed to use charitable money to buy yourself cameras and equipment and software to then make for-profit streams on YouTube. That's ridiculous. And the fact that this fucking moron didn't realize that when he admitted it publicly, I say lock him up at this point, right? Yeah. Oh no, not more receipts. Yeah, there you go. More receipts that he did exactly what he said he did. Clearly, he used charitable donations to buy cameras and equipment and software and computers and everything else. And then he used that same equipment. You're only supposed to use that for the charity. You're not allowed to use that for anything else. Here he is like a moron admitting that he basically scammed the charity to buy him cameras to do for-profit streams. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's never faced any consequences for this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yes, the clown has a foundation. They all love charities because then they can scam and keep all the money and not pay any taxes, right? Oh, it's just one of those things, right? Well, my friends, I believe that we have done our due diligence. I'm not sure if I'm going to be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. or the next night at 7 p.m. But follow me on Twitter at Stephen Cambion. I'm trying to do more shows every week, but unfortunately, it's been kind of slow I've been kind of slow getting new shows together. I've got a few in the pipeline though. So just follow me on X at Stephen Cambion. We always announce the shows a little bit earlier than they, maybe 4 or 5 hours before they broadcast, or a couple hours, sometimes just an hour, but you get notice. that we're going to do a show that night. Otherwise, be sure to smash the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and you'll get a notice when we're doing a live show. I want to take a moment to thank all you kind and generous benefactors, you Patreon supporters. Hey, you Patreon supporters got 4 extra new videos yesterday. You YouTube channel members, you got to go to a Google Drive link to get them, but I gave you guys 4 new videos. The Internet Insanity Circus, episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we want to thank you super chatters, you PayPal pledgers, you people buying me a coffee, you Kick supporters that are subscribers or gifting subs or sending kicks. Thanks to all of you for the support of the show. Much, much appreciated. So that's all I got for you, friends. Until next time, my name is Stephen Canby, and good night, and God bless all of you.
Dark corners of the night, secrets hidden from the light. Whispers turn to screams, shattering all your dreams. Eyes wide open now, truth you can't disavow. Echoes through the halls, crashing all your walls. Truth seekers, exposing the truth. Truth seekers, coming for you. Uncover the lies, open your eyes. Shadows try to hide, no place for them to bide. Light will pierce you through, reveal